graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel. Get out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Hi everyone, hopefully you're all doing well. For those of you who haven't heard, I'm hosting my very first charity stream on September 18th and September 19th to support the Familial Dysautonomia Foundation in honor of my brother Mitchell, who passed away from this disorder 5 years ago. So how the schedule is going to work is like this. On the very first day, we're going to be streaming for 15 hours. During the first 3 hours, I'll be talking about familial dysautonomia, sharing stories about my brother and what he dealt with on a day-to-day basis, and just raise as much awareness as we possibly can. Then during the next 12 hours, we got MLB Diamond Zone, and we will be on doing our regular Diamond Zone stream. For those of you that don't know, MLB Diamond Zone is something that I came up with, and basically it's like NFL Red Zone, but it's for baseball. On the very next day, we'll do Diamond Zone again. That'll be from 6 o'clock up until 9:30, and then we got the Phillies game. They play at 9:40. They're taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. So in short, we're going to be on for 22 hours. No ads will be played during those 22 hours. I am aiming to raise $500 during those hours of streaming. Again, no pressure to donate, but if you can, every little bit does help. If you could just spread the word, share the post that I posted on my community tab, I would really appreciate that. I'm just looking forward to making a difference together with you guys and doing this in honor of my brother Mitchell. I think he'd be really proud, and I'm really excited about this. Let's do some good.
What is going on, everybody? Yo, wait, hold up. Why is my audio low? One sec. Why is my audio low? Dexter, 1, 2, 3. System sound. There we go. How's this? That's better. That was weird. What's going on, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very, very fantastic day. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell icons too. And that way you will know when we do go live. All right, we got Phillies taking on the LA Dodgers tonight. Sorry about being a little bit late. But the Dodgers are playing against the Philadelphia Phillies tonight. Phillies did their job last night. They clinched the NL East, and they are going to try to decrease their magic number to clinch that number 2 seed tonight and possibly get it down to 4. Right now it is at 7, and if they get a win tonight, it goes down to 4 because not only is it a Phillies win and a Dodgers loss, but also the Phillies would then have the tiebreaker if they end up being tied, and so that's they would get an extra point for that. So that would be very, very awesome. All right. So yeah, let me know what your final score predictions are down below. Hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. We're ready to rock and we're ready to roll, baby. All right. And also players of the game too. Let me know about that too down below as well. Let's get this up and running. Where is it? This should be coming up right now. There it is. Okay, good. Very, very good stuff. All right, so let's get into the starting lineup. Harrison Bader will lead things off for the Phillies, and then it'll be Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper, Brandon Marsh, Otto Kemp, Max Kepler, Wes Wilson, Bryson Stott, and Rafael Marchand. Just a reminder, guys, we are doing our Familial Dysautonomia fundraiser on Thursday and also extending it to Friday as well. I'm really excited about it. I think that it'll be really cool just to educate you guys on what it is. My brother passed away from that disorder 5 years ago, and I'm going to try to spread awareness, and we're going to try to raise some money, which I'm really, really excited about. All right, Shohei Ohtani will start for the LA Dodgers. 12 starts for him this year, a 3.75 ERA. 49 strikeouts and 36 innings of work for him on the season. And he is going to be taking the mound. Only 8 walks allowed in the 12 games that he has pitched in. Shohei, of course, has a four-seamer, a sweeper, a slider, a curveball, a sinker, a cutter, and a splitter. But mainly his 3 pitches are the four-seamer, the sweeper, and the slider. Batters are just hitting 174 against the slider this season here in 2025. And he will be on the mound for the LA Dodgers in tonight's game. So Ohtani, in his last game, he went 3 2/3. He gave up just 3 hits. No runs. He did throw 70 pitches and also struck out 5. That was against the Baltimore Orioles. So you would expect him to go about 5 innings or so today, but we'll see how he does. Harrison Bader will lead things off, and the first pitch is taken for ball 1. There we go. All right, chat. How we feeling? How we feeling about this ball game? Who's going to win? What are your final score predictions? And who is the Pog? All right. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch is taken down for a ball. I'm going to go 7-5 Dodgers, says Andrew. 5-3 Phillies, says William. I'm going to go Kyle Schwarber as player of the game. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 offering, and that's taken outside for ball 2. So that makes the count now 2-1. So again, it's Bader, it's Schwarber, it's Harper, Marsh, Kemp, Kepler, Wilson, Stott, and Marchand. 2-1 pitch. That's on the inside corner of the knees for strike 2. This is his 99th start, Shohei Ohtani, as a pitcher. He's looking for his 40th win of his career. 2-2 pitch. There's the chopper that's hit over towards second base. Tommy Edman has it, plays it on a hop, throws it over to first, and that is in time for out number 1. All right. On the defensive side of the diamond for the Dodgers, they got Ben Rortvedt catching. They got Freddie Freeman over at first. Tommy Edman at second base. The third baseman is Kike Hernandez. And then you got Mookie Betts over at short. In the outfield, it'll be Colin left, Pages in center. And in right, it's Hernandez. That's Teoscar Hernandez. First pitch to Kyle, and that is fouled off. So he is already behind in the count, 0-1. This is Kyle's 152nd game that he has played in this season. 0-1 pitch. That is inside and low for a ball. So he's played in every game except 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Kyle Schwarber. Ohtani comes set and deals. And the pitch is inside for ball 2. The crew chief for tonight, it'll be Todd Tishner behind the plate. Nestor Seja over at first. James Jean at second. And Adam Hamari at third. The 2-1 delivery, and there's a slider that swung on and missed for strike 2. So Schwarber's timing was a little bit off there. All right, so Bader grounded out to second. Schwarber's in the box. And the 2-2 pitch. There's a beautiful slider that's taken for a called third strike. And there is out number 2, the first strikeout of the day for Shohei Ohtani. It's a backwards K. And Schwarber just took a look at it and thought about swinging, but decided not to. So Kyle is retired. And up to bat now is Bryce Harper. Harper's first pitch is a foul ball. Only 4 guys on the Phillies have faced Shohei Ohtani in the box. The guy that's actually had the most success, Nick Castellanos. 2 doubles. 0-1. That is low for a ball. One ball, one strike. We're in the top of the first. There's 2 outs and nobody on. Ohtani gets set. He kicks. He fires. And that pitch was thrown at 101, but it's just high for ball 2. The 2-1 pitch. That is low for ball 2. Ohtani came into the league back in 2018. Remember, this is his first year pitching since 2023. He did not pitch last year. 3 balls, 1 strike. And the next pitch to Bryce Harper, and that's low for ball 4. So Harper will get on via walk. Taking a look at the other scores really quickly. The Brewers, they have a 9-2 lead against the Angels. So if you're a Phillies fan, that's probably not what you want. If you're trying to get that number 1 seed right now, the Phillies are a game and a half behind Milwaukee. And Milwaukee owns the tiebreaker. The pitch to Marsh. Ground ball hit right back over to Shohei Ohtani. He'll flip it over to first. Freeman was right in front of the bag. And he just took a step backwards and caught it in stride for out number 3. No runs, 1 man left. And we go to the bottom of the first inning out at Dodger Stadium. Dodgers are coming up to the plate. All right, chat. His usually pitches like 3 innings or so. Big deal. It's a bullpen game. Kyle's the MVP, says Larry. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know how long they're going to go. Doing awesome, Hoagie Boy. Living the dream. Living the dream. That's one of my favorite things to say. Because I am. All right. We are going to the bottom of the first inning out at Dodger Stadium. So let's take a look at the lineup for the Dodgers. It'll be Shohei Ohtani leading things off. And then you got Mookie Betts batting second. Teoscar Hernandez third. Freddie Freeman fourth. Tommy Edman fifth. Alex Call sixth. Batting seventh is Andy Pages. And then Enrique Hernandez is batting eighth. And Ben Rortvedt is batting in the 9th spot. Munir and Ariz, thank you very, 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 very much for the subs over on YouTube. If you guys have not subscribed, it's free. All you got to do is just press that red subscribe button. We are 13 subscribers away from 7,400. So again, the lineup for the Dodgers. It's Ohtani, Betts, Teoscar Hernandez, Freeman, Edman, Call, Pages, Enrique Hernandez, and Ben Rortvedt. And of course, on the mound for the Philadelphia Phillies tonight will be Cristopher Sanchez. Now, Sanchez, in his last outing that he pitched in against the Dodgers, he went 5 2/3. He gave up 4 earned runs, including 2 to Teoscar Hernandez. And he also walked the batter. He did strike out 9. Again, that was earlier in the season. That was his first start. But he's looking for some redemption against Teoscar Hernandez, and we'll see how that matchup certainly does go today. There's Ohtani getting his elbow guard. Putting a little protector on his cleat. And now he's in the box. Oh, that was a replay? Nice job. First pitch from Sanchez. That ball is chopped foul over towards the first base side. Sanchez, in his last outing, went 6 innings, gave up just 1 earned run, walked the batter. He also punched out 6 batters on 93 pitches. This will be his 30th start of the season. Sanchez comes set and deals, and the pitch is way outside for a ball. He's 28 years old now, 6 feet 6 inches tall, 200 pounds. He's fourth in all of baseball in ERA. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sanchez comes set. He kicks, he fires. There's a ground ball, sliding stop by Wilson, that is, excuse me. And he stumbled and fumbled the ball, so therefore Ohtani's going to be safe. I got tongue-tied there. And this is what happens when you're limited and you don't have Sosa, you don't have Trey Turner, and Stott's now over at short. Wilson says, my bad. They call it an infield single for now. Really, that was misjudged by Wes Wilson. Tried to backhand it and make a sliding stop. He was playing him the pole. He made the stop. He just couldn't come up with a baseball. Here's Mookie Betts, who takes ball 1. 1-0 is the count. Sanchez will get set at the belt, and he'll deliver from the stretch. And the 1-0 is swung on and missed. On the defensive side of the diamond for the Phillies, besides just Wes Wilson over at second, you got Harper at first, Stott at short, Kemp at third, Marsh in left, Bader in center, and Kepler in right. Here's the 1-1 delivery, and that's taken for strike 2. Betts over his last 9 games, batting .436 with 8 extra base hits and 17 RBI. He has at least 2 RBI in 6 of those 9 games. Toss back over to first, and it's not in time. Ohtani walked back to the bag. The Dodgers are 2.5 games above the San Diego Padres in that NL West, so they're in a dogfight. 1-2 pitch on the way to Betts. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there is out number 1. I believe that the Padres lost. Yes, they did. They did lose to the Mets. 8-3 was the final score in that game. 1 out, bottom of the first. And up now is Teoscar Hernandez. Be on the lookout for this matchup. First pitch is in there for strike 1. All right, Chad, how are we feeling? How are we feeling, chat? You're awesome, William. Wilson is the hero from last night. He's a 0 tonight, says Hoagie Boy. It's only the first inning, my friend. No balls, 1 strike. There's the 0-1. That ball is fouled. He was one of the heroes last night. He got you back involved. I'll give him that for sure. He was awesome. So Freddie Freeman waits in the on-deck circle. Toss back over to first, and that's not in time. Phillies did win last night's game by a score of 6-5. We saw Harper homer. We saw Schwarber homer. Muncy also homered. And Wes Wilson homered too, as well as Mookie Betts and Andy Pages. There's a lot of homers. The ball is 2 strikes. But the difference was JT Realmuto's sac fly in the 10th. 0-2 pitch on the way. Ground ball hit over to shortstop. Stott scoops it up. Has time to throw it over to first. And there's out number 2. Did not have time to throw it over to second. Paul Skeens has the lowest ERA in the National League. We were talking about how Cristopher Sanchez is 4th in ERA. Well, in the National League, he's 2nd. He has a 2.57 ERA. Paul Skeens has a 2.03. Right behind Sanchez is Freddie Peralta with a 2.63. Here's a high bouncer that's hit over to shortstop. Stott has it, and he throws it on over to first, right over to the letters of Bryce Harper. And that's in plenty of time for the third and final out of the inning. So no runs, one man left, and we go to the top of the second inning. No score out at Dodger Stadium. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Dr. DeLay, thank you so much for the redirect, my friend. I really do appreciate that. Hit the thumbs up button, folks, and if you have not gone yet to go subscribe to Dr. DeLay, might want to do that because he does an awesome job. Covers the Pirates, the Steelers. He does other NFL games as well. Also is really into college football and covers other Major League Baseball teams too. Peralta, by the way, actually picked up his 17th win, tying Max Fried for the MLB lead. Ohtani is going back out there for inning number 2. Phillies are 90 and 61 on the season. The Dodgers are 84 and 66. Again, if they get a win tonight, the magic number to win the bye for Philadelphia goes down to 4. Right now it's currently at 7, but Philadelphia would win the tiebreaker with the head-to-head record. So a win and a loss, plus an extra point, if you will. 10Ks for Peralta, just 5 away from 200 on the year. He's had a very impressive season. He really has. Dr. DeLay proves not all heroes wear capes by covering the Pirates. I like that. I like that a lot. Here's out of Kemp, and Kemp takes strike 1. The ball is 1 strike. There's the 0-1 pitch, and there's a swing and a miss. I don't know if you guys follow John Boy Media, but for those of you that don't, they're really good at what they do. The ball is 2 strikes. And the 0-2 pitch, and that's up high for a ball. But I bring that up because I just got a notice on my Twitter feed that they just put out a video of Randy Arozarena walking on 3 balls tonight. But it just made me think about how good they are at just lip reading. If you go and watch some of their videos, you can see what's being said during certain moments of certain games. And they bring in like all different types of elements, and they're so good at reading lips, and it really just adds an element to their content that they do for baseball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the 2-2 pitch to Kemp. There's a swing and a miss, and Otto Kemp is down on strikes. Today's a late one. So is tomorrow. Tomorrow's a late one, too. And so is Friday. Max Kepler is up at the plate. Kepler looks at strike one. Lugo is here. What's up, Lugo? The ball is one strike, and the 0-1 pitch is 100 miles per hour at the knees for strike two. And again, guys, we are having our very first fundraising stream on Thursday. We're raising awareness and raising money for familial dysautonomia, which is a disorder that my brother had. He passed away from, and it's something that's really personal to me, and we're going to be on for a long time on Thursday. We're going to extend the stream till Friday, and I'm really excited about doing this. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kepler is 0 for 3 in his career against Shohei Ohtani. And the pitch, there's a foul ball. That fastball that Ohtani ended up throwing to Otto Kemp was at 99 miles per hour. What's up, Andrew? 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're in the top of the second. Ohtani kicks and deals. And check swing. The pitch was inside. He did not go. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kepler will call for time. I see that Dr. MP is here. Doug is here. Cool J is here. Jay's here. 2-2 pitch. There's a ground ball. Hit over towards the right side. The second baseman has it. Picks it up. Throws it over to first. And there is the second out of the inning. So 2 up, 2 down already. Ohtani has been getting ahead into counts. It just seems to be in a groove. Here comes Wes Wilson, who takes strike 1. Wilson made that error over at second base. They didn't call it an error. They called it instead an infield single to Shohei Ohtani. The 0-1 pitch. That's taken for strike 2 at the knees. The 0-2 delivery from Ohtani. That just misses outside. He was jumping up and down. He thought that he was going to get the call there. It was indeed a ball. He was jumping up and down like a kid saying, "Come on, ump." 1-2 pitch on the way, swing and a miss. And he goes back to the dugout with a smile on his face anyways. And we're going to go to the bottom of the second inning. No score between Philadelphia and LA out at Dodgers Stadium. So Wilson is down on strikes. And 7 up, 6 down for Philadelphia. Gosh. Harper did walk. He's the only guy that's gotten on base. All right, we got 238 people rocking with us. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell icons too. Folks, I want to ask you guys, where will the Dodgers end up? Where do you guys feel like that the Dodgers are going to end by the end of the regular season? Because I'll be honest with you, I think that they will stay at the 3 seed. I could see San Diego catching up to them like weeks ago, and this is when I felt differently, and that's just how the sport of baseball goes. But I thought that they were in trouble for that NL West. Now, they technically still are because the Padres are still not far behind them. But if the Dodgers... Could the Dodgers lose ground? I could definitely see that. But I would see them, if I'm being honest, I would see them winning the division, being the 3 seed, and taking on the Giants in the wild card series. That's what I think is going to happen. Now, it's another conversation about who's going to be the number 6 seed, and I just added that little flavor into it. But if they lose the division, then they're going to be the 5th seed. So, just would like to know your thoughts about that. Congratulations to the Phillies winning the division. Well deserved, says Andrew. Thank you, man. Thank you, dude. I appreciate the respect, man. But you know what? Man, a little bit nervous tonight about the Phillies. Hopefully they didn't party too hard. Sanchez, over his last 3 starts, 20 innings. And he has really just been absolutely magnificent. First pitch that he throws is outside for a ball. 20 innings of work, 17 hits allowed. But this is what's really impressive. Only 3 earned runs and 19 strikeouts. 1-0 pitch on the way. There's a fly ball hit over towards right center field. Bader backpedals and they'll make the catch right shy of the track for out number 1. All right. Doug says, I think that they back in. Hoagie says that they get in as the 2nd seed. 6th seed will be the Mets. Wait, hold up. The 2nd seed won't be the Phillies? Is that what you're saying? Because I would be shocked about that. The pitch to Cole, and that's taken for ball 1. Cole takes a ball. Sanchez gets set at the letters. He winds up and fires and throws it on the inside edge for strike 1. One ball, 1 strike. And here's the pitch, and that's taken low for ball 2. Happy that you brought that up, Hoagie. So apparently it says when it comes to baseball's rules, players who are both position players and pitchers. If a player meets certain criteria, 2-way players are able to pitch in any situation, but don't count towards the active roster's pitcher total. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Cole, and there's a high drive hit out to left field, and she is gone. And it's 1-0 Dodgers. Alex Cole with his 5th homer of the season. He certainly has familiarity with the Phillies because he played with the Nationals for 2.5 seasons. This pitch was just flat, and it was right out over towards the middle of the plate. It looked like it was a hanging changeup. Just sort of leveled out. That went into about the 4th row. Now Andy Pages comes up, and there's a swing and a miss. But back to this. In order to qualify, and this was also posted on NBC Sports, you must have pitched at least 20 MLB innings and started 20 MLB games as a position player or DH with at least 3 plate appearances in each game, current or last 2 seasons. The ball is 2 strikes to Andy Pages, and he's going to call for a new bat. Pages this year batting .276. He did tie up the ball game off of Duran in the 9th inning and hit his 25th homer of the season. Thanks so much for coming on here, my friend. Hope you have a good night. The ball is 2 strikes and the pitch, and that is taken inside. Hoagie says, yep, I think if the Phillies lock in, could be the first, but I think gonna lay off a bit and injuries catch up this next week. I got you. 1-2 pitch on the way, and there's a line drive hit out to left field. That will get down for a base hit. And so Pages pokes it out to left. By the way, that was Sanchez's first homer that he has allowed in 55 2/3 of an inning. which is also really impressive, too. Last time that he allowed a homer was against the White Sox on July 28th. He gave up 2 that day. Here comes Kike, and he pops up the first pitch over towards the first base side, and it'll go out of play. Going back to Alex Call's homer, that was his first here at Dodger Stadium. Kike batting $189 on the season. The ball is 1 strike. And the windup and the pitch, swing and a miss. Absolutely, Lou. It's bringing in a whole another element for this team. The ball's 2 strikes. And time is called. Had a spoiler. It's naturally going to happen. But mods, just try to limit it. And chat, please don't spoil. Do not spoil the game. 0-2 pitch, and that's a foul ball. You saw the home run before JJ called it. Well, then you're ahead of me. 0-2 on the way, and there's a high drive hit out to left field, and that ball is gone as well. All right, so 2-run home run by Kike Hernandez. Did you see that homer? 3-0 Dodgers. And Sanchez not looking good in the second inning so far. What timing that was. Ay, ay. So a 3-run burst for the Dodgers in this second inning. That makes it a 3-0 ball game. Hoagie says, great game. So Rorvet is up, and he takes a called strike. Lou says I had low hopes for tonight. My final score prediction, by the way, was 8-6 Phillies. I didn't say it, so I'm still good. Rorvet up at the plate, and the pitch, swing and a miss. I learned last week not to even type the word spoiler in here. You mean a couple of days ago? It's still fresh, my friend. 0-2 pitch. It's down and away for a ball. That's funny. That's only the 3rd time that Sanchez has given up 2 homers in a game. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Ben Rortvedt. Batting .157, 8 RBI, and a .191 slugging percentage. Sanchez winds up and deals, swing and a miss. And he strikes him out on a slider for out number 2. And we will flip it back to the top of the order. So their bottom of the lineup has been doing the damage. Phillies' bottom of the lineup certainly did a lot of damage last night. By the way, the Braves and the Nationals have no score in the top of the 8th inning. They're actually playing on a doubleheader. Ohtani takes strike 1 from Cristopher Sanchez. Ohtani's batting average, .282. 49 long balls, 93 runs batted in. 0-1 delivery is down in the way for a ball. So that makes the count now 1 ball, 1 strike. Sanchez kicks, deals. That's low. for ball two. Two balls, one strike. Sanchez winds up again and fires a slider that misses low, but it swung on and missed. Excuse me. When Shohei is starting, he's only batting .217. And obviously that means starting pitching. 2-2 pitch on the way, swing and a miss. And he strikes out. And Cristopher Sanchez gets out of the inning. But the Dodgers do tack on 3 runs. A solo homer from Alex Call. And a 2-run homer from Kike Hernandez. We'll be back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, everyone. Hopefully you're all doing well. For those of you who haven't heard, I'm hosting my very first charity stream on September 18th and September 19th to support the Familial Dysautonomia Foundation in honor of my brother Mitchell, who passed away from this disorder 5 years ago. So how the schedule is going to work is like this. On the very first day, we're going to be streaming for 15 hours. During the first 3 hours, I'll be talking about familial dysautonomia, sharing stories about my brother and what he dealt with on a day-to-day basis, and just raise as much awareness as we possibly can. Then during the next 12 hours, we got MLB Diamond Zone, and we will be on doing our regular Diamond Zone stream. For those of you that don't know, MLB Diamond Zone is something that I came up with, and basically it's like NFL Red Zone, but it's for baseball. On the very next day, we'll do Diamond Zone again. That'll be from 6 o'clock up until 9:30. And then we got the Phillies game. They play at 9:40. They're taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. So in short, we're going to be on for 22 hours. No ads will be played during those 22 hours. I am aiming to raise $500 during those hours of streaming. Again, no pressure to donate, but if you can, every little bit does help. If you could just spread the word, share the post that I posted on my community tab, I would really appreciate that. I'm just looking forward to making a difference together with you guys and doing this in honor of my brother Mitchell. I think he'd be really proud, and I'm really excited about this. Let's do some good.
All right, we're back from the break. We're going to go to the top of the third. Phillies are down 3-0. My name is Jason Joseph. This is play-by-play with JJ. Shohei Ohtani is going to go back out there for his third frame of work. Chad, how much do you want to bet that Larry fell asleep? I think he fell asleep during last night's game. I think a lot of people did, which I understand. I just think it's kind of funny. Phillies are 90-61. Brewers are 92-59. That's coming on into today. Ay, ay. Other games that are on right now, you got the Astros playing against the Rangers. It is 6-3, Houston. That game is in the top of the 8th inning. Marlins have a 6-0 lead against the Colorado Rockies. Some people got that dial up for sure. Rockies only have 1 hit. That game is in a rain delay. The pitch to Stott, and he looks at strike 1 on the outside corner. That was a fastball. The Giants do lead 5-3 against the Arizona Diamondbacks. That game is in the top of the 5th. Those are all the games going on right now. 0-1 is the count and the pitch. That's outside for a ball. The Blue Jays did beat the Tampa Bay Rays 6-5. The A's also won against Boston 2-1. The Braves played a doubleheader today. Again, they were scoreless in the bottom of the 8th inning in Game 2. The pitch to Stott. There's a fly ball hit out over towards left center field, and that's going to be caught by the left fielder for out number 1. In the first game, however, the Atlanta Braves did end up getting the W against the Nationals. 6-3 was the final score. Rafael Marchand takes ball 1. The Chicago Cubs. They also won 4-1 against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Reds got shut out by the Cardinals 3-0. Here's the 1-0, and that's down and in for ball 2. So Marchand is in the box. We're in the top of the 3rd. 1 out, nobody on. Ohtani kicks and delivers. There's a line drive foul ball right into the glove of the ball boy towards the right side. He caught that thing perfectly. It was like he was a fielder. Everybody's looking around and he was like, wow, he caught that. All right, 13 more subs, chat, until we get to 7,400. 2-1 pitch to Rafael Marchand. There's a fly ball hit over towards left center field, and Pages is in the alleyway, and he'll make the catch. The Guardians also took care of business today against the Detroit Tigers, and now that division race, I mean, it's not too far out of reach for Cleveland in the AL Central right now as we speak. Tigers are only 5.5 games above them. Guardians are 9-1 in their last 10. Tigers are 4-6. Here's the pitch. That's in there for strike 1. Harrison Bader is in the box. No balls, 1 strike. And the next pitch is inside for ball 1. Whoever just subbed, thank you very, very much. 1 ball, 1 strike to Harrison Bader. Rounded out his first time up. And the pitch. Bouncing ball hit over to third base. And the throw to first is in time for out number 3. So, Shohei Ohtani, so far, so good. We're going to go to the bottom of the 3rd. Phillies are down 3-0 to the Dodgers. Orioles also beat the White Sox 8-7. What a final score that was. The Yankees, that was the other final score that we missed, along with the Mets-Padres game. 8-3 final score Mets. Mariners also kicked butt today and beat the Kansas City Royals 12-5. The Yankees did hang on. They won 10-9 against the Minnesota Twins. Yankees are 5 games in back of Toronto for the AL East. MLB YouTube's getting very, very excited. Yankees put up 10 runs over the first 4 innings. Phillies are hungover, says Josh. They'll wake up. This is also the same team last night that got 1 hit after Emmett Sheehan came on in. Or Sheehan only allowed 1 hit after he came on in after Banda walked Harper, and before that gave up a solo home run. And the Phillies ended up coming back to win. So anything's possible. Anything is definitely possible. And hey, I brought this up again. 8 2/3, a team is getting no hit through 8 2/3. 8 2/3, nobody on, 2 outs. And the team that had the no-hitter lost. This game is wild. And that just so happened that the same team that blew the lead last night was also the team that had that occurred to them too. 2 innings for Cristopher Sanchez, 3 earned runs, and the pitch. That is up high for a ball as we start off the bottom of the third. One ball, no strikes. There's the 1-0 to Mookie Betts, and he guessed on a pitch down the middle. Sort of half swung at it. It was a changeup. Next pitch on the way, there's a line drive, and that is caught by Bryson Stott for out number 1. 3 hours ago, the Phillies did report that Edmundo Sosa is on the 10-day IL with a right groin strain that was retro to September 13th. To fill in his spot, they have Rafael Antigua. His contract selected from Lehigh Valley. To make room on the 40-man roster, they DFA'd Brewer Hicklin. The pitch, and that's taken for a strike. Didn't the Phillies acquire Brewer at the deadline? The ball is 1 strike. Sanchez kicks and deals, and there's a swing and a miss. Destiny Legardo also tweeted out a few hours ago and said that Edmundo Sosa's groin strain was very mild. They expect him to be activated in a week. And that's where they stand on that. 0-2, and that's a foul ball. Oh, tonight must be trash night. I hear the cans. I hear them. The ball is 2 strikes. Sanchez comes set and deals, and there's a line drive hit out to left field, and Marsh is there. He says, "Look what I got." And there's out number 2. Are we still live? Are we still live? There we go. I caught a foul ball hit by Sosa at CBP. Did you end up catching that bat that he had that went in between the foul ball netting? I think that was back in St. Louis. Oh, I really wonder how they ever got that bat down. 1 ball, no strikes. That's really cool, though, by the way, that you ended up catching a foul ball of Sosa's. Like, not to downplay that at all. That's really awesome. I got flipped off by Rob Thompson before. That sounds like fun. 1 ball, 1 strike to Freddie Freeman. And the 1-1 delivery is chopped over towards the first base side. Harper plays it on a hop and takes it to the bag. He was playing over towards the first base line. And so there's out number 3. And we're going to go to the top of the 4th. Sorry, screen froze. Oh, yes, the same team that got swept by the Angels twice. They ain't going to the NLCS, let alone the World Series. Who are we talking about? Same team that got swept by the Angels twice. Oh, yes. How could I forget? Yes, that's the same team that's on right now. They're on right now as we speak. Wonder who that could be. All right. So, chat, let's do this little exercise. All right. If the regular season ended today, these would be the matchups. Okay? you would have in the wild card round, you would have the Seattle Mariners playing against the Houston Astros. You'd have the Yankees playing against the Red Sox. Yankees and Mariners would be the home teams. In the National League, right, you would have the Dodgers playing against the Mets at a Dodger Stadium. And you'd have the Cubs playing against the Padres. So let's just stick to the National League right now. I want you to tell me who wins the Dodger series, and then how many games does that team win? It's not last year, pal. It's a long season, my friend. Oh, I thought he was talking to me. Top of the fourth, Kyle Schwarber comes up, and the pitch has taken a pie and away for a ball. So who wins that Dodgers-Mets series if the regular season ended today? 1-0 pitch. That is a pie for ball 2. What a pickle. 2 balls, no strikes. See, that's why I'm asking. 2-0 pitch on the way. There's strike 1. What wins? Who's on first? The 2-1 delivery to Kyle, and there's a fly ball hit out over towards left field. It's going to stay in the yard, though, and the catch will be made by Alex Call for out number 1. Chris Sale tonight, listen to this. 8 innings, 3 hits allowed, no runs, no walks, and 9 strikeouts. I want to say Dodgers win, says Hoagie, but we've all seen Mets' dark grimace magic. The ball is 1 strike to Bryce Harper. Ohtani does have 46 pitches. 1 out, top of the fourth. And the pitch to Bryce Harper, that ball is just fouled off. Harper walked. He was the last base runner to get on for Philadelphia and the only base runner. That was back in the first. 0-2 to Bryce, and he swings and misses at the curveball. It was a good pitch thrown by Shohei. But good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Bryce Harper. Antonio, thank you very much for the sub. If anyone knows ball, the Mets are a very inconsistent ball club, says Josh. They are, but who says that they can't turn it around? The ball is 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch that is taken outside for a ball. If you guys actually remember, I'm not trying to help anybody out here, not trying to help any team out, but the Phillies, they almost missed the playoffs in 2022 because of that slide that they had in September. And they barely hung on. If you remember, it was because Miami ended up coming back to beat Milwaukee. That really helped them. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. There's a swing and a miss. And then they ended up beating the Astros, and they clinched just by the skin of their teeth. And I know that they didn't win the World Series that year, but then they just ended up cruising. Momentum is a very weird thing in baseball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And here's the pitch. And there's a foul ball. Alex says, I'm worried about tonight's game for the Phillies. You just worried that you worried that they got hung over? 2-2 pitch. And that is a foul ball. You worried that they're not focused? 33 strikes thrown by Shohei Ohtani. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Brandon Marsh. And the next pitch is down and in for ball 3. Tell you what, that curveball has a lot of movement to it. 10 more subs till we get to 7,400. You're right. That was actually 3 years ago. It was not even last year. 3-2. There's a ground ball hit over towards the second baseman, and the throw over to first is in time for out number 3, and we're going to go to the bottom of the 4th inning. So the Dodgers are coming up to the plate as they lead it 3-0. BW is here. Where's BW? Wait, where's BW? Am I blind? Am I blind? Where's BW? Here, let's pull up this link. BW, thank you so much for the raid, my friend. I appreciate that. Somebody had a question for me. Wanted to try to find it. Who had the question? JJ, what would you do with Shohei Ohtani as a pitcher? Would you start him or relieve him out of the bullpen, says Andrew? Well, are you saying if I was the Dodgers or if the Phillies had Shohei? Because that to me is different. Because the Phillies don't need Shohei to pitch. I don't think that they need him to pitch. No. As a number 4, maybe. But right now, numbers 1, 2, and 3 are set. I don't think that the Phillies need him. So if he were to pitch for the Phillies, I would say maybe have him come out of the bullpen. But I don't even think that that would work. I don't know if that would work because he would have to, I don't think he would have to bat in order for that to occur. I think he would not have to bat if that were to occur. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong about that. If he was pitching for the Dodgers in the playoffs, you would have to, I believe that you would have to start him because I don't think that you can just put him in the bullpen and have him come on in the pitch. I think he would have to start. The ball is 1 strike to Tommy Edman. Edman batting on the right side. The ball is 1 strike to Tommy Edman. Sanchez will get set above the Phillies' letters. He kicks, he delivers, and that is taken for strike 2. Michael, thank you so much, man. The ball is 2 strikes. Cristopher Sanchez gets set again, just below the letters. And the 0-2 delivery, swing, and I didn't tell if that was a foul ball or not. I think that he fouled off the pitch. The ball is 2 strikes. Marchand gives the signs. Sanchez delivers again. Throws a changeup in the dirt for a ball. Edman this year batting .228 with 12 long balls and 46 RBI. Sanchez not wasting any time. Comes set again. And the pitch is just chopped foul. Tommy had 6 homers last year. And 20 RBI. He had a phenomenal World Series, though. 2 homers, 13 RBI, 3 walks. 1-2 on the way. Ground ball diving, stopped by Otto Kemp. He gets up, throws it over to first. It's not in time. Tommy Edman does beat out the throw, but that was a very good try by Otto Kemp. He probably just saved a double. Very nice play. And when he got up and shot up out of a cannon, he threw it over to first, and that was a heck of a throw. A runner on over at first, and Call is back up, and he takes strike 1 at 96. Edman is now 30 years old. He's been in the league since 2019. Oh, 1 delivery, and that's down for a ball. Remember, he was on the St. Louis Cardinals. Got to actually play against the Phillies during that wild card series. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sanchez comes set again and deals and throws a sinker that catches the inner third of the zone for strike 2. So the Phillies are down 3-0 to the Dodgers, thanks to 2 homers allowed by Sanchez back in the 2nd inning. One was a solo shot by Call. The other one was a 2-run home run. The 1-2 on the way. Strike 3 called right at the knees. And there is out number 1 here in the bottom of the 4th. And by the way, the 2-run home run that was hit was by Kike Hernandez. It was a good pitch thrown by Sanchez there. Call didn't really know what to do with that thing. And he just took it. Andy Pages will step on up to the plate. Right-handed hitter, takes strike 1. That's a sinker. You know, the one thing I notice about Sanchez as the game has gone on is that he's trying to attack these right-handed hitters by going towards that inside corner with that sinker. The ball is 1 strike, and the pitch, there's a sinker that is fouled off. John Clark just tweeted out and said this, in quotes, "Good news on Phillies shortstop Trey Turner. He's making good progress with his hamstring issue and is expected to be back before the playoffs start." Now, we did get a report last night that he was probably going to come back during the final series. Oh, 2 pitch. There's a ground ball base hit over towards the right side. Kepler does get on over to it. Call is going to go on over to third as he rounded second, and Kepler's throw is cut off by Stott over at short. So a single by Andy Pages. By the way, that puts Tommy Edman over at third base, not Call. So now Kike Hernandez is coming up to the plate. Kike will fly this one out over to left field. Marsh is there in front of the track. He'll make the catch, and the runner will tag up from third and come on in to score, and that'll make it now a 4-0 ball game on an RBI sacrifice fly by Kike. That's his third RBI of the game. And now Ben Rorvet is coming up. Thing about that was that Kike got underneath that pitch. Was able to just drive it out to left. And again, we talked about it before, the bottom of the lineup for the Dodgers doing their damage against Cristopher Sanchez. First pitch thrown by Sanchez is taken low for ball 1 to Ben Rorvet. Thank you, John. I appreciate that, man. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and there's a swing and a miss. When did you get interested, he asked, in doing play-by-play for the Phillies and your other interest in doing radio? Oh, you do a good job, he said. He actually gave me a thumbs up. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. I'll tell it to you when we go to an inning break, because I want to be able to stay on track here. The 1-1, and that's taken down and away for ball 2. The one thing I notice is that sometimes I'll answer a question, and then I realize, well, shoot, there could be some action going on. I want to make sure that I focus on that first. But thank you. I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. 2-1 pitch. There's a high bouncer. Hit over to second base. Wilson has it. Throws it over to first. We're going to go to the top of the 5th inning. All right, so 4-0 Dodgers. So for those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. First of all, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icons too, and that way you will know when we do go live. We do have a fundraising stream on Thursday and Friday. We're going to be raising money and awareness for the Familial Dysautonomia Foundation. This is a disorder that my brother had and passed away from 5 years ago. And I want to be able to raise awareness, share stories, and be able to support something that I truly do have a lot of experience talking about and dealing with, from just a family perspective. And I would like to share some stories. As far as how I got to where I am, so I graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022. I was a sports communication and media major. I was originally a radio, TV, film major. I got into doing play-by-play and baseball and basketball when I was in college. That's when I really was fully interested in doing it. I knew that I didn't want to just go on into film. I wanted to have flexibility on going into film or going on into broadcasting. And I really enjoyed, really enjoyed doing radio and getting involved with the radio station at Rowan, WGLS-FM. And so I called games for them. I had a lot of fun, and I was really lucky because they added the sports communication and media major, and I stayed an extra couple of years at Rowan because it would only take me an extra year and a half to graduate, and I said, you know what, I'm going to do it. And I was lucky because I could have graduated during 2020, during the pandemic, and I ended up getting more experience because they partnered with the Wilmington Blue Rocks and with the Delaware Blue Coats. The Blue Coats are the G League affiliate of the Philadelphia 76ers. The Blue Rocks, of course, the high A affiliate of the Washington Nationals. And so I was really involved. I not only called games, but I got involved with doing game day promos, with engineering, being a producer at the station, was operating the board. I mean, I could go into all the things, but I really loved getting involved with everything over there. And I did some stuff for the TV station too. But, man, it was such a blast. And it made me get into this. At first, I wanted to do this just to get reps. And then I met Scott Fransky, And Scott Fransky said, you got to get reps. That's exactly what he told me. And at first I thought I was just doing this for reps, and now I realize, well, this is the future, and I could definitely not only make a brand for myself on here, but I could also give other people a service and try to call games for those people that can't afford to watch this team and the other teams that we covered too. Otto Kemp is up at the plate. It's no balls, 2 strikes to him. First 2 pitches were fouled off. They actually just came back for some reason. I guess that the TV froze, but I didn't even see the game on the screen, even from the periphery. Ohtani's still pitching, by the way, and the 0-2 is up high for a ball. That was at 99 miles per hour. Dodgers lead it 4-0. We're in the top of the 5th. Otto Kemp is up. It's 5, 6, and 7 due up in the order. The 1-2 delivery is a curveball that's fouled off towards the third base side. Your J line doesn't work. Well, I don't have it on for now. I disabled it. I make it active during the post-game show, but you can leave a voicemail message or a text. 1-2 pitch. That's a foul ball. I just don't take live phone calls now. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-2 delivery, swing and a miss. And Otto Kemp is down on strikes. He got a slider that just dipped out of the zone. And Shohei Ohtani gets his 5th strikeout of the game. RB! What's up, RB? How are you, my friend? Shout out to you. I'm a little bit late on chat today. I apologize. 1 ball, no strikes. We're in the top of the 5th. RB, shout out to you. Guys, man, the 1-0 pitch. And there's a high drive hit out over towards left field. That's going back towards the track. And Call makes the catch as he slams into the wall and takes away a base hit from Max Kepler. Good defense by Alex Call. What a heck of a play that was. Man. Oh, man. Guys, my boy RB, shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. He is absolutely awesome. He has an episode that he's doing tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to post the link down below, but he posted it on his Twitter page and on Instagram, and he's doing an interview with Tyrese Maxey, which is so sick, and I cannot wait to go check that out. 1 ball, 1 strike. We will actually post that right now down below in the chat. 1 ball, 1 strike, and here's the 1-1 pitch, and that's taken down for ball 2. I mean, the Phillies today, they just... I expected this, guys. I really did. I expected what I'm seeing so far. Now, as the game gets further, I expect more. 2-1 pitch, and there's a fly ball hit out over towards right field, and that's going to be caught for out number 3, and we're going to go to the bottom of the 5th inning, 4-0 Dodgers. I still expect them to win. I do. I expected this result to happen. With what has been going on so far, they're actually fitting my criteria. I really expected their damage to start in the 6th inning. The 6th inning is when I thought that, you know what, they're going to get out of the slump that they are in right now. That's what they're going to do. All right. So my guy RB, I'm going to share this post with y'all. He's awesome, man. This is his post that he has over on X. He is going to be doing an interview with Tyrese Maxey. My man Tyrese. Little Tyrese. You know what I'm saying? He's awesome. Thanks for all your hard work. We appreciate the grind. I appreciate you, man, and we appreciate your grind. You know, I appreciate you thanking me, but man, my gosh, I thank you. It goes both ways, man. It most certainly does. Asking in all honesty, why did the Dodgers play in a little league stadium? Says Hoagie Boy. They play in the stadium that they play in because that's just how. Well, it's kind of like Fenway Park, you know, like the walls are smaller out in right field. That is, you know, that's just how the ballparks were designed, and there's a lot of money that's funded into the ballparks, and they don't want to move. So they like the infrastructure as is. And they don't want to change it. And until there's changes that are going to be demanded, then they'll do something about it. That's just how it goes. What's up, Shante? How are you? You will all lose your prop bets. Are we talking trash about the Cubs? Wow. That's funny. But yeah, is RB still here? Is RB still here? Shout out to him. My guy. Ohtani is coming up as we're in the bottom of the 5th inning. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the pitch is down for a ball. Cubs and subs. 1-0 pitch. That is taken for a called strike. Pre-game, I jokingly said Ohtani would throw a no-no. Is that payback for getting is that payback for getting timed out? 1 ball, 1 strike. Dude, by all means, man, I love welcoming in other fans. I really do. Even if like you can be a fan of another team as the 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed. There's out number 1 in the bottom of the 5th. But you could be a fan of another team as long as you're just cool on here. That's all I care about. You can even talk. You can even talk your talk. Feel free to talk your talk. Mookie Betts is up at the plate, and the pitch is down for a ball. If you guys aren't a fan of the Phillies, get out. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Totally joking. 1 ball, no strikes. Bottom of the 5th. 1 away, nobody on, and the 1-0 net is taken down for ball 2. Two-0 pitch. That's taken for strike 1. The 2-1 delivery. That ball is fouled. Dr. DeLay says, I'll see myself out. Don't let the door hit you. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 4-0 Dodgers. We're in the bottom of the 5th. We got a chatty bunch tonight. I love it. I love the little bickering. I love the back and forth that we're having. A little bit different than last night's game. 2-2. There's a ground ball hit past the dive of Stott out to left field for a base hit. So a 1-out single by Spooky Mookie here in the bottom of the 5th inning. That's really cool. The pitch, there's a foul ball. You know, Ken Rosenthal reported 10 hours ago, listen to this. The expectation is that Kyle Schwarber will remain with the Phillies. A 4-year deal at $30 million plus per season seems realistic, in part because his leadership adds to his value. What do you guys think about extending him to a 4-year, $30 million deal? No balls, 2 strikes. He likes bow ties. He likes the bow tie noodles. Shout out to Ken Rosenthal. He's awesome. No balls, 2 strikes. Toss back over to first. Not in time. The Phillies will need to mash their bullpen. That's true. What's up, Jack? 0-2 pitch. There's a ground ball hit over to second base. The throw to shortstop. There's 1. The throw to first. There's 2. That's a double play. Somebody said that a double play was just about ready to happen. That person was correct. And we're going to go to the top of the 6th. Phillies are getting shut out 4-0. We'll take a step off and be right back.
Hi everyone, hopefully you're all doing well. For those of you who haven't heard, I'm hosting my very first charity stream on September 18th and September 19th to support the Familial Dysautonomia Foundation in honor of my brother Mitchell, who passed away from this disorder 5 years ago. So how the schedule is going to work is like this. On the very first day, we're going to be streaming for 15 hours. During the first 3 hours, I'll be talking about familial dysautonomia, sharing stories about my brother and what he dealt with on a day-to-day basis, and just raise as much awareness as we possibly can. Then during the next 12 hours, we got MLB Diamond Zone, and we will be on doing our regular Diamond Zone stream. For those of you that don't know, MLB Diamond Zone is something that I came up with, and basically it's like NFL Red Zone, but it's for baseball. On the very next day, we'll do Diamond Zone again. That'll be from 6 o'clock up until 9:30, and then we got the Phillies game. They play at 9:40. They're taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. So in short, we're going to be on for 22 hours. No ads will be played during those 22 hours. I am aiming to raise $500 during those hours of streaming. Again, no pressure to donate, but if you can, every little bit does help. If you could just spread the word, share the post that I posted on my community tab, I would really appreciate that. I'm just looking forward to making a difference together with you guys and doing this in honor of my brother Mitchell. I think he'd be really proud, and I'm really excited about this. Let's do some good.
Alrighty. Well, Shohei Ohtani's night on the mound is done. That means it's jailbreak time, folks. All right, now is when the offense has to get started. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Justin Robleski is going to pitch. And so the pitch on the way is taking up high for a ball. Don't know why the stream deck was like that. It's a little bit odd. Oh, man. 1 ball, no strikes. Stott 0 for 1, flied out in the 3rd, and the pitch on the way, and that's taken for a strike. JJ, what's your go-to Wawa order? Ooh. It all depends, my friend. If we're talking about hoagies, we're going with the roast beef. Usually you can't go wrong with that. 1-1 pitch to Stott. Ground ball hit over to second base, and the throw over to first is in plenty of time. So after Shohei Ohtani goes 4 innings, Dave Roberts pulls him. He didn't even allow a hit. Or sorry, 5 innings, that is. 5 innings. Why did I say 4? 1 out, top of the 6th. And Rafael Marchand is up. Robleski is pitching, and he throws a curveball that's in there for strike 1. Marchand 0 for 1. He flied out in the 3rd. And the 0-1 delivery is up high for a ball. How we doing on the likes, folks? Did we get to 100 yet? Robleski replaces Ohtani. Next pitch, and that's in there for strike 2. Robleski's ERA is at a 3.82. He's 25 years old. The 1-2 pitch. And that is taken down for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. There's 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the next pitch, ground ball, base it out to right field. And Rafael Marchand breaks the ice on a 1-out single. Let's go. All right. Justin Robleski, by the way, is from Hoffman Estates, Illinois. Never heard of that. Wonder how far that is from Chicago. We are now 6 subscribers away from 7,400. Here comes Harrison Bader, and the pitch is taken low for a ball. I can't believe that they took Shohei out of the game. 1 ball, no strikes. Make them pay. 1-0 pitch on the way. Line drive, base it out to left field. And so Marchand is going to stay over at second base. He was rounding second, and he stayed put there. And Harrison Bader gets on with a single. And Kyle Schwarber is coming on up. Let's go, Chet. I can't hear you, Chet. Let's go. Drop those Phillies emos. So Schwarber is coming up to the plate. And the pitch to Kyle is off the plate for ball 1. And he is ahead in the count 1-0. Charge! 1 ball, no strikes. The windup and the pitch to Kyle inside for ball 2. Schwarber had to flinch a little bit out of the way. We're at 131 likes. Let's go. 2 balls, no strikes to Kyle Schwarber, and the next pitch. And that is taken outside for ball 3. Robleski, in his last game that he pitched in, he went 2 1/3, gave up no runs. 3 balls, no strikes. And the pitch to Kyle Schwarber is in there for strike 1. That was a 4-seamer. I can already hear Dodgers Nation during the postgame show. The 3-1 offering to Kyle, and there's a fly ball hit out over to center field. That'll get down for a base hit. And Rafael Marchand is going to stop over at third, and the bases are loaded, and Bryce Harper is coming up to bat. Let's go. All right. It looks like Mark Pryor is going to go out there to have a conversation with Robleski. So 3 singles in a row by Philadelphia. And Edgardo Henriquez is warming up in the Dodgers bullpen. See, now, if Rob Thompson did that, people would be demanding for his job. Is that true? Is that correct? Bryce Harper is coming up to the plate. He is the tying run. Marchand at third, Bader at second, Schwarber at first. Pitch number 1 to Bryce, and there's a line drive base hit out to right center field. Marchand will score. Bader's being waved home. Hernandez's throw to second is not in time, and Bryce Harper cuts the deficit in half with a 2-run double. He goes down the middle to Bryce. Thinks that he could get a slider down low. Missed its spot, and Harper was patient and drilled it out to right center. Four hits in a row for Philadelphia. Now Brandon Marsh is coming up, and the pitch that he takes is in there for strike 1, tying run in scoring position. No balls, 1 strike. Marsh has grounded out twice today. Robleski comes set and deals, and Marsh taps it foul. George is here. What's up, George? What's up, Doc? Doc, you're the man. What did Hoagie Man say? I missed it. No balls, 2 strikes. And the 0-2 to Marsh, and there's a fly ball hit out to right field. It's going back towards the track, and the Phillies take the lead. And just like that, they're up 5-4 within the blink of an eye. 5-4 Philadelphia on Marsh's 3-run blast. Call it or what? 11th homer of the season, and Dave Roberts makes another move. If Rob Thompson does that, we're calling for his job, right? If he does something like that, we're calling for his job. Correct? It's crazy. Absolutely wild. CeeLo's here. What's up, CeeLo? What's up, chat? How we all doing? We got 284 people rocking with us. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell icons. Phillies were down 4-0. Ohtani had a no-hitter. And, well, the Phillies put up 5 runs ever since he left. Jack with the $2 super chat. Thanks so much, man.
It was predetermined. Shohei would go 5 innings.
I hear you, but even still, if Rob did that, we would call for his job. The fans in our city would say, nope, can't do that. Doesn't matter if it was predetermined or not. I can already hear people calling for his job if he was in his shoes. But thank you, my friend, for the $2 super chat. By the way, you're awesome, man. Shout out to Jack. Wow. It's insane. It's wild. Braves Country is here. What's going on? What is up? Is that your AI color guy? That's, I have that bot set up. A lot of streamers have that too, where they allow it to read super chats. Edgardo is going out there to pitch. Edgardo Henriquez, that is, throws the first pitch down for a ball. Hoagie Boy says, agreed, JJ. I'd say the same. What's up, George? George is here. What's up, George? Got 2 Georges in the chat. Man. 1 ball, 1 strike. Otto Kemp is up at the plate. We don't need a reason to call for his job, says Paul. I'm just comparing. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch to Otto. That ball's popped up. It's hit out over towards right center field. Teoscar gets called off by Pages in the alleyway and will make the catch for out number 2. Juan says, can't always go with analytics. Managers have to feel out the game. Every situation is different. But hey, Phillies took advantage. Capitalize on the mistakes. Top of the 6th, 2 away. And the pitch. That is taken for a called ball. So Brandon Marsh had a 3-run homer, and Bryce Harper had a 2-run double. That was Marsh, as far as home runs do go for him on the season. Well, that was his 11th. Here's Max Kepler, and he hits a bomb out to right field. Forget about it. 6-4, Philadelphia. And Max Kepler continues to get red hot in September. A 6-run 6th inning for the Phillies. Wes Wilson, who's up at the plate, and he takes ball 1. Number 17 for Max Kepler. Can you believe that? 1 ball, no strikes to Weston Wilson. And there's the 1-0 pitch. That is low. That was at 101 on the gun. 2 balls, no strikes. That's Kepler's 3rd homer of the month. 2-0 pitch on the way, and that is low again for ball 3. So the count is 3-0. His average in September is at 303. That is by far the highest batting average that he has had in a month. 3-0 pitch on the way, and there's a strike at the knees. 3 balls, 1 strike to him. To Wes Wilson. Phillies are 29-14 since August 1st. They are tied for the most comebacks in all of baseball since that time. 14, I think it said. The pitch. And that is low for ball 4, and Wilson gets on with a walk. With 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Nice. That's 6th inning. 2 away, top of the 6th. And a pitch clock violation is going to be called. So it'll be a 1-0 count. Love Wawa and Sheets in my safe are banished. Like them both. 1 ball, no strikes. Henriquez comes sit and fires. and throws a pitch that's high for a ball. So Shohei Ohtani had a no-hitter. And then as soon as he got pulled, Phillies had put up 6 runs in the 6th inning. What a script. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch is outside to throw to second base to get Weston Wilson is not in time. Betts tried to swipe him on the back. And so Wilson is safe at second. So they ruled him safe. Let's see again. I think he just got his left hand in there. Maybe not. The Dodgers are challenging this, and I can see why. It was a good swipe by Mookie. Got him right on the back. I don't think he got in there. Just looking at the replay review. Yeah, he's out. He did not get his left hand in there in time as soon as the tag was made on his letters. The Dodgers fans are now booing. Ever since they lost the lead. All right, so what's the call, Lumps? The call is that he's out at second base, and the inning is over. Harper hits a 2-run double. Brandon Marsh hits a 3-run homer. And Max Kepler hits a solo homer. And the Phillies are up 6-4 as they go to the bottom of the 6th inning out at Dodger Stadium. And with that, we'll take a very quick step off. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, everyone. Hopefully you're all doing well. For those of you who haven't heard, I'm hosting my very first charity stream on September 18th and September 19th to support the Familial Dysautonomia Foundation in honor of my brother Mitchell, who passed away from this disorder 5 years ago. So how the schedule is going to work is like this. On the very first day, we're going to be streaming for 15 hours. During the first 3 hours, I'll be talking about familial dysautonomia, sharing stories about my brother and what he dealt with on a day-to-day basis, and just raise as much awareness as we possibly can. Then during the next 12 hours, we got MLB Diamond Zone, and we will be on doing our regular Diamond Zone stream. For those of you that don't know, MLB Diamond Zone is something that I came up with, and basically it's like NFL Red Zone, but it's for baseball. On the very next day, we'll do Diamond Zone again. That'll be from 6 o'clock up until 9:30, and then we got the Phillies game. They play at 9:40. They're taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. So in short, we're going to be on for 22 hours. No ads will be played during those 22 hours. I am aiming to raise $500 during those hours of streaming. Again, no pressure to donate, but if you can, every little bit does help. If you could just spread the word, share the post that I posted on my community tab, I would really appreciate that. I'm just looking forward to making a difference together with you guys and doing this in honor of my brother Mitchell. I think he'd be really proud, and I'm really excited about this. Let's do some good.
Alrighty, we are going to the bottom of the 6th inning. Thanks so much, Shante. I appreciate that. The Phillies lead at 6-4 against the Dodgers as we go to the bottom of the 6th, and Freddie Freeman is coming up to the plate. Sanchez, 76 pitches, 11 in the first, 24 in the second, 10 in the third, 18 in the fourth, and 12 in the fifth. There's the 1-0 pitch on the way, and that is taken for strike one. Jeff Kerr just posted something interesting on Twitter. Listen to this. This is what Rob Thompson last week had to say on why Brandon Marsh stays in against left-handed pitching, as the 1-1 pitch to Freeman is slapped foul and out of play. He's got a really good approach. He's seeing the field real well. When you do that, you get a chance to stay in. Marsh was batting 183 against left-handed pitching heading into that at-bat. He's hitting 307 since May 1st. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ever since that quote, it's unbelievable. It's remarkable. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Freddie Freeman. And the 1-2 on the way. There's a ground ball rolled over towards the right side. Wilson has it, flips it over to first with the underhand to Bryce Harper. And that's in time for out number 1. Dodgers put up 3 runs in the bottom of the second off of Sanchez. 2 homers were hit. One by Kike Hernandez. And the other one, of course, by Alex Call. Call's was a solo shot. Kike's was a 2-run shot. And then Kike also had a sac fly in the bottom of the 4th. Bottom of the 6th, 1 out. And up to bat is Tommy Edman, batting on the right side. And he fouls off the first pitch that he sees. Phillies then tacked on 6 runs in the 6th inning as soon as Ohtani was taken out of the game. He had a no-hitter going. No balls, 1 strike. Sanchez kicks and deals, and the pitch is outside for ball 1. A 2-run double by Bryce, a solo homer by Max Kepler, and a 3-run shot by Brandon Marsh. 1 ball, 1 strike, bottom of the 6th, 1 away, nobody on. And the 1-1 pitch. There's a line drive played on a bounce, though, by Wes Wilson. Again, shifted towards that 4-3 hole. And he shuffled his feet and threw it on over to first to get out number 2. That was a nice play there. And sometimes it's really hard because when you're watching the game on the TV, you can't always tell if the ball was caught when it was hit over towards the infield because it's just such a fast cut. And the exit velo of the baseball, it's just sometimes hard to judge. Here's a slider that's taken right down Broad Street for strike 1 to Alex Call. He's 1 for 2. He had his 5th homer back in the 2nd. His 5th homer of the season. First one out at Dodger Stadium. 0-1 is the count and the pitch. That's low for a ball. Sanchez tonight, as far as his line goes, 5 2/3, 4 earned runs, no walks, 5 strikeouts, and 7 hits allowed. 1-1 pitch, here it is, and well, Sanchez does not get the call there. They hit the outside corner. We mentioned this before, but for those of you that did not hear this before, Sanchez, this was his first outing in a while where he's allowed a homer, 55 2/3 of an inning before he allowed the first homer. He had gone 55 2/3 of an inning in a row where he did not allow 1 homer. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the next pitch is fouled away. The last time he did allow a homer, he gave up 2 homers in that game, and that was against the White Sox on July 28th. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the next pitch. That is just inside for ball 3. Josh says, I love my Cubs. All right, hit that thumbs up button, folks. And subscribe to the channel. 3-2 pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over towards right center field. And Bader jogs backwards, as he usually does, and he'll make the catch. And the inning is over. It's time to go to the 7th inning. 6-4 Philadelphia. Stott will lead it off when the Phillies do return. All 3 of what? You talking to me? I like how we're all just going after Josh in the chat. Josh is like taking on like 9 guys. He's like everybody's coming at me. I just think it's funny. How about them birds, though? Patty ain't got none. Go Birds. What's up, man? Jason. What's up, Jason? Jason Steven. Let's go Phillies, he says. We got to get out of the inning. It's over. We win. We just need to get out of this right now and clean. Come on. And guess what? We did. Let's go. JJ, who do you think is a better bullpen? And by the way, Esteban, thank you very much for the sub. JJ, who do you think is a better bullpen and closer in the major leagues? Because I don't see any other team that's what you need, that has what you need to win it all. Are you saying that the Phillies have everything that it takes to win the whole thing? They're playing great baseball right now, and I'm riding the hot wave while it's still here. They have the talent. They do. They have the personnel. I have to say. Like, it took me a while for me to say it. They have the talent. But will they still have the same mental makeup in the playoffs? When adversity continues to hit, how will they continue to do? I want to say that I believe in them. I don't know. But I love how they're playing right now. I love how they're playing right now. But as far as the bullpen goes, to answer your question, I still like the Astros bullpen overall. But this bullpen the Phillies have is pretty solid. The ball is one strike to Bryson Stott. Jack Dreyer is out there to pitch. Didn't really do so well last night. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bryson Stott. One, and that is a foul ball. Whoa, 9 guys. I'll go with the gorilla. One ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 pitch on the way, and that's a foul ball. Jack says, I don't trust our bullpen. Well, I mean, Duran did give up that home run last night. He's blown 2 saves since he's been here in Philadelphia. Still thought that the bullpen overall did a great job yesterday. But do we trust them in the playoffs? I'll ask you guys that. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball hit over towards the right side. Edman has it. Picks it up. Throws it over to first. It's in time. Tell you this, they're a lot better than what they used to be. I'll take Duran for the 9th over Matt Strahm or Orion Kerkering or even Romano. I know that name is, it's like Lord Voldemort. The pitch. That is taken for a called strike to Rafael Marchand. There's the 0-1 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. Tony says, come on, JJ. This is our year for all Philly sports. Hey, man. I'm supporting this team. I'm supporting them, man. I'm riding with them. I ride or die. Ride or die, baby. 0-2 pitch, and that is down and in for a ball. They've been playing stellar baseball. I've given them their flowers, for sure. I just need to continue to see it. Get that job done. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Rafael Marchand. Dreyer kicks and deals. There's a ground ball hit over towards the third baseman, and the throw over to first by Kike is in time for the second out of the inning. Yeah, the Yankees bullpen is awesome, right, Andrew? Jack with the $2 super chat. Thanks, man. Bader takes ball 1.
Lot more balls put in play vs Duran than I expect.
Yeah, I agree with you. I didn't really expect much of that. I thought that he would be more of a strikeout dominant pitcher with less traffic on the bases, you know, but people are making contact with that splitter and even the knuckle curve, but that has kind of been a surprise to me too. And again, like, I understand like why you say like what you say about the bullpen. Well, thank you again for the $2 super chat, my friend. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Harrison Bader. Shout out to Jack. I gotta keep playing it for you, man. You're the real one. One-two pitch to Bader, swing and a miss, and he strikes out and throws the bat down. And we are gonna go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's a 6-4 ball game. Phillies do lead it by 2 against the Dodgers. But yeah, I hear you. All right, I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question, okay? And if you get it right, you will hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. Okay, so there are 4 guys throughout all of baseball that have played for the Phillies, the Braves, and the Mets. I want you to name me one of those guys. He had to have played for the Phillies, the Braves, and the Mets at some point during their career. Had to play for all 3 of those teams. This one's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but I want to see how we do. I do. I want to see how we do here. You got to think. You got to think about your baseball. Kevin Kolb? No. Or Kevin Cobb? No. No. J-Roll? Nope. Nope. Judge? No. Roy Hobbs? Roy Hobbs? No. Oh, God, no clue. Dykstra? No. Think about a guy that's played for the Phillies, the Braves, and the Mets. Donovan McNabb. Kevin Compass of football. Or are we naming football players? Michael Vick. Where's Clay Matthews at? Romano. Good try. No. Jeff Conine. That was a good guess, but no. No. Roger McDowell. Dude, Ronald and Paul. What are the odds? You just jinxed yourselves. No. Juan Pierre. No. Michael Bourne. No. Anybody else? Dale Murphy. No. Bottom of the 7th, and the first pitch is in there for a strike. Jason Momoa. That's a good one, too. Just kidding. Clay Matthews. Rico Brogna. Nope. 0-1 pitch. Nats taking up high for a ball. Pedro Martinez. Good guess, but Pedro did not play for the Braves. Nope. Bobby Abreu did not play for the Braves. 1 ball, 1 strike. Davey Johnson. Nope. 1 ball, 1 strike. Keep guessing. I'll give you guys another 30 seconds, and then I will reveal the answers. One of them, I'll give you a hint. One of them is a Hall of Famer. David Akers, no. 2 balls, 1 strike in the pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over towards right field, and Kepler is there, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. Not Tom, not Hank Aaron. Nope. This is a good one. I like to. I like to see this. I like to see the thinking caps go on. I do. We're thinking about 4 players. Jeff Francoeur, that's 1. That's 1. Jeff Francoeur is 1. He played for the Phillies, the Braves, and the Mets. The pitch is taken for a ball. I will take that. That is positive. Kike Hernandez up now for the Dodgers. Don't forget to like and subscribe as you answer. The 1-0, that's a foul ball. You mean Hunter Pence? All right, so Jeff Francoeur's 1, right? So this is who played for all 3 teams. The Phillies, the Phillies, the Braves, and the Mets. Jeff Francoeur is 1. I said the other one was a Hall of Famer, and that is Billy Wagner. Remember, Wagner did play for the Braves too. The other one, there were actually 2, as the 1-1 pitch was fouled off. Luis Avalon, I don't think anybody would have gotten that. I don't even know if anybody remembers Luis Avalon for the Phillies. 1-2 pitch. And that is grounded over towards short, and the throw over to first is in time. And the final one was Jose Bautista. Jose Bautista played for the Mets, the Phillies, and the Braves. I wanted to go a little bit tougher. We've tried to forget about Wagner. Yeah. Billy played for the Astros too, right? Yep, that is also correct. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. I thought I did a good job with that. I like to challenge you guys every once in a while. I like to make it really easy, then I like to make it really challenging. No balls, 1 strike to Miguel Rojas. Rojas is pinch hitting. The 0-1 pitch. And that is flied out over towards right. And that is hooking foul. Thank you so much for the 7,400 subs. Jose Bautista played for the Braves. Interesting. Yes. Obviously spent a majority of his career with the Toronto Blue Jays. 0-2 pitch. That's a foul ball. Sanchez, 100 pitches. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. That's a foul ball. I'll read one more chat, then I got to get back into this. Feels awesome to be accepted here with you, Phillies. I'm a Cubs fan, and game ended already, so it feels good to be in another cast. Dude, we got you, man. We love you, man. I know that people have been talking and talking in the chat, and I'm sure that you've been going back and forth, but you know, you're welcome here as long as you keep it cool, my friend. 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Rojas strikes out on a slider that was tailing inside and low. And got to tell you, Cristopher Sanchez has been pretty good, except for that second inning and the run that he allowed in the 4th. Other than that, really sharp tonight. And you needed that. So the Phillies lead at 6-4. In case you are just tuning on in for the first time, the Phillies were down 4-0. Okay, Kike Hernandez had a 2-run shot, and Alex Call had a solo homer. That happened in the bottom of the 2nd inning. In the bottom of the fourth, Kike Hernandez hit a sac fly. He got his third RBI of the game off of Sanchez. And Shohei Ohtani had a no-hitter. Ohtani had a no-hitter and then got pulled as we entered into the top of the sixth. And the Phillies put up all 6 of their runs in the 6th inning. They had a 2-run double from Bryce Harper, a 3-run homer from Brandon Marsh to give them the lead, and a solo homer by Max Kepler. So Robleski gave up 5 of those runs. And then Henriquez, gave up the solo shot to Kepler. That's how we're here. Sanchez for the Phillies, 7 innings, 4 earned runs. But yes. Yeah, Marlon Byrd played for a lot of teams, but not those 3. Just played 2 of them. Yeah, same thing with Bobby Abreu. A lot of you guys were in the ballpark with certain ones, but it was just getting that third team. It was just that third team. It was like, all right, we can try 2, but where's the third one? I thought about that question because I was actually thinking about, I don't know if you guys remember Steve Pearce. Steve Pearce was the only player in the American League East to play for all the American League East teams. Pearce won the World Series MVP for the Red Sox back in 2018, and he played with all 5 of those teams. And it had me thinking, well, maybe I should make a trivia question that involves the Phillies, and we can figure out who at least played for, 3 of those teams. And first I thought Jeff Francoeur. And let's see who else was a part of that. Kyle Schwarber is up at the plate, and he takes the first pitch for strike 1. And the 0-1 delivery is inside for ball 1. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. We got to get to 200 likes, folks. I don't think we got there yet. I'm refreshing the page. We're at 171. No balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch is low for a ball. Schwarber 1 for 3. 1-2 pitch. That is down for ball 2. Bonda gave up the homer in last night's game to Kyle in the first inning. I wanted to see when Luis Avalon retired. Three-one to Kyle. Inside for ball 4.
Had David Johnson, he managed Mets, didn't play.
That's right. And they actually just made a tribute to Davy Johnson. Rest in peace to him. He passed away not too long ago. But yeah, Davy Johnson, it was another one that I was thinking of too. Yeah, he passed away 12 days ago. He was 82 years old. Thanks again for the $2 super chat, my friend. Jack, man. He's awesome. No balls, 1 strike to Bryce Harper as we start off the top of the 8th, and the pitch, that's down for a ball. So if the Phillies do win tonight, they cut the magic number down to 4 against the LA Dodgers. 1-1 pitch to Bryce. That ball is fouled because doesn't just go down by 2, so their magic number now is at 7, technically. But they get the extra point because then they win the season series against the Dodgers. The 1-2 to Bryce. That's a fly ball hit out over towards left field. It's going back over towards the track, but calls there on the track to make the catch, and Schwarber jogs back on over to first base. 1 away in the top of the 8th inning. Jack is a legend. Jack is so awesome, man. He really is. Shout out to Jack. I may disagree with him on things, but man, I always love it when Jack is on here. Love talking to Jack. I like how everybody has their own personality, you know? It's like everybody has, everybody's a character in the story. But you're all real. 1 ball, no strikes to Brandon Marsh. It's cool. And guys, please go subscribe to Dr. Delay. I mean, I have to just tell you that he is so awesome at what he does. Mods, just drop his link down below, please. Covers the Pirates, he covers the Steelers, he covers NFL, he covers MLB, and college football as well. He's one of the best on here. Runner goes, and the 1-0 pitch on the way. There's a line drive caught over at first, and Schwarber gets doubled up. So, an unassisted double play, and that's what ends the inning. We're going to go to the bottom of the 8th inning. 6-4 Phillies against the Dodgers. They'll be back. All right, and we're going to take one more step off.
Hi, everyone. Hopefully you're all doing well. For those of you who haven't heard, I'm hosting my very first charity stream on September 18th and September 19th to support the Familial Dysautonomia Foundation in honor of my brother Mitchell, who passed away from this disorder 5 years ago. So how the schedule is going to work is like this. On the very first day, we're going to be streaming for 15 hours. During the first 3 hours, I'll be talking about familial dysautonomia, sharing stories about my brother and what he dealt with on a day-to-day basis, and just raise as much awareness as we possibly can. Then during the next 12 hours, we got MLB Diamond Zone, and we will be on doing our regular Diamond Zone stream. For those of you that don't know, MLB Diamond Zone is something that I came up with, and basically it's like NFL Red Zone, but it's for baseball. On the very next day, we'll do Diamond Zone again. That'll be from 6 o'clock up until 9:30, and then we got the Phillies game. They play at 9:40. They're taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. So in short, we're going to be on for 22 hours. No ads will be played during those 22 hours. I am aiming to raise $500 during those hours of streaming. Again, no pressure to donate, but if you can, every little bit does help. If you could just spread the word, share the post that I posted on my community tab, I would really appreciate that. I'm just looking forward to making a difference together with you guys and doing this in honor of my brother Mitchell. I think he'd be really proud, and I'm really excited about this. Let's do some good.
All right, Chad, it's time to get to 200 likes. Let's go. Let's go. Wake everybody up. It's a school night. Parents are probably asleep, but the Phillies are on. Get them up. Hit that thumbs up button, baby. We gotta get those likes up. Let's go. All right. Bottom of the 8th, Shohei Ohtani is up to bat. David Robertson, who pitched in the 10th inning of last night's game and got the save. Well, he's pitching right here, and the 1-0 to Shohei in the air, belted out to right field. No doubt about it. Where did it land? I don't even know where it ended up going. It's a 6-5 game that went 430 feet. That got lost in the sky. And there's number 50 for Shohei Ohtani. And that's how we start off the bottom of the 8th inning. He was sitting on that pitch and just drilled it out to right. Right out on a silver platter for Shohei Ohtani to destroy that baseball. Now Betts comes up, and the first pitch to him, swing and a miss. So Robertson gives up a meatball to Shohei Ohtani, and that's how we start off the bottom of the 8th. The ball is one strike to Betts, and the pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over towards right center field. Kepler is there, makes the catch in the alleyway. Dude, there was one guy in the stands that just shot up like it was going to leave, and it was just a regular fly ball. He just erupted like he was the only one. I'm like, dude. You good? Teoscar Hernandez is up, and the pitch that he takes is in there for a strike. So David Robertson is on the mound for Philadelphia. Teoscar, by the way, 0 for 3 with a ground out, a line out. Also hit into a double play, too. And the 0-1 pitch is taken down for a ball. Robertson's ERA is at a 3.07. He has 20 strikeouts on the season. Robertson kicks and deals, and there's a line drive hit out to left field, and that'll get down for a base hit. And Marshmitch judges it, and, well, it's going to go all the way towards the wall, and Teoscar Hernandez will get over to second base. And he's standing up, and he waves over to the crowd. 2 pitches that are just left out over the middle of the plate, and, well, that pitch was, again, hit out over to left field. It was slicing towards the left side, and Brandon Marsh just sort of could not get his glove down on it over on the track. He sort of slowed up because the track was there, and I think he was afraid that he was going to slide. And so the ball ended up getting by him, and Rob Thompson immediately is going to make a move now. So he waits for the 3-batter rule to apply, and we have a pitch and change coming. Looks like Tanner Banks is going to come on in. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, not a good play. Not good. Guys, my guy RB, who covers the Philadelphia 76ers on here, I'm so excited for him, and I genuinely mean this. Okay, he is interviewing Tyrese Maxey tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. He has a one-on-one interview with Tyrese Maxey, and I'm so proud and excited for him. He made a post over on Twitter. I'm going to drop it right now. You guys can go check it out. But again, he will be on at 6 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow, and that's going to be super, 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 super cool. I'm so stoked for him. Oh, man. Why bring in Robertson, Rob? I don't know. I'm not Rob. I'm JJ. So I won't answer that. I do that jinky back on the school bus wave. Oh, man. Why is Old Yeller on the mound again tonight? Says Sean. Well, somebody else was asking Rob for that, so I'll leave it to Rob. I'll leave that question for Rob. Nah, I don't know. I have no clue. I don't know. I didn't think that was a good spot for him. I would have went to Strom on a regular night, but I don't have Strom's game log in front of me. Tanner Banks is going to go out there to pitch, so that tells me that Strom's not available. That's probably why. Freddie Freeman is up. 1 away, bottom of the 8th, and the pitch on the way, and that's a foul ball. Hit over towards the left side. Tying run is over at second. And Freeman is up. He's 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts today. His average sits at .294. He has a .491 slugging percentage, 82 RBI, and 20 homers on the 2025 campaign. 0-1. That is up high for a ball. It's past my bedtime, but I have to finish watching this game, says Andrew. I feel you, man. All right. This is the time to put Twitter down because the 1-1 is inside for ball 2. This is when spoilers happen on Twitter. 2 balls, 1 strike to Freddie Freeman. He is in the box. The 2-1 offering, swing and a miss. Marchand got into a standing position, and Teoscar stays put. Freeman is 4 for 6 against Tanner Banks. Wait, Robertson's not in. It's Tanner Banks that's in. What are we talking about? Am I like having brain freezes? It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Did they say that Robertson was in? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Pitch on the way. That's a foul ball. Robertson was just in, JJ. What are we talking about? He was just in, now Tanner Banks is in. Are you tired? You good? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch is a foul ball. And now the TV froze. And now it's back on. I was like, wait, I knew something was off. It's me. Yeah, he left. I'm mentally caught up. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the next pitch is outside and low for a ball. I got confused because I had a Robertson graphic up. That's why. So runners over at first and second with 1 away in the bottom of the 8th inning. And Caleb Cotham is going to go out there to talk things over with Tanner Banks. My guy RB, I'm subscribed. Dude, that's really awesome. That's amazing you got Maxey to come on. Any player would be amazing, let alone Maxey. Yeah, it's, you know, I have a lot of respect for RB. That's what you got to do on here. You really have to knock on so many people's doors, you know, and you just continue to grind. And RB, I think, has really earned that respect because he's been doing this for a while, and he, like, it's just good. He's really, really good. And he's earned it. Absolutely. Bottom of the 8th, 1 away. Tommy Edman is up. 9 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the pitch to Edman is inside for a ball. It's 1 ball, no strikes. I'm waiting for that guy to just stand up on a regular fly ball. 1-0 pitch. Line drive, base it out to left field. And so, bases are going to be loaded as Teoscar does stop over at third base. And there's still 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. So Edman does get on, and, well, that pitch was right down the middle again. Edman made good contact with the ball and just drilled it out to left. So bases are loaded in the bottom of the 8th. And the pitch to call. That's
Too
in
many
there for a
BP guys
strike.
are 95 miles per hour or below.
Yeah, man, I understand. Too many bullpen guys are 95 or below. I understand. But it's also like, what's their other pitches? You know? You got to have a counterpunch. 0-1, and, well, that's on the outside corner for strike 2. Thanks again, man. Thank you so much. No balls, 2 strikes. Banks on the mound. Phillies trying to hold a 1-run lead. No balls, 2 strikes. Pages in the on-deck circle. The 0-2, foul ball, and out of play. Call had the solo homer off of Cristopher Sanchez in the bottom of the 2nd. Infield playing in. Not on the grass, but pretty close to it. 0-2, there's a fly ball hit out over towards left field. Marsh backs up. He'll make the catch. Teoscar tags up from third. He'll come on in to score. And we are knotted up in the bottom of the 8th inning on a sac fly by Call. It is 6-6. The runners over at first and second do stay. And so, Sanchez will not get the win. He'll get a no decision. That also means that Robleski won't get the loss. So 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. That was a pretty good at-bat. And now Andy Pages is due up. First pitch to Pages, upstairs for ball 1. Big time spot for him. He is 2 for 3. 2 singles for him and a run scored. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 1-0 pitch is up high for ball 2. Really quickly, and I forgot to mention this, and I do apologize. Tanner Banks with a 3.22 ERA. Probably a little bit too late to talk about that now. 57 strikeouts for the 33-year-old. The 2-0 pitch to Pages, and that ball's popped up and hit out over towards the right field side in foul territory in shallow right. And so Harper backpedals and will make the catch. And the inning is over. However, the Dodgers do tie up the knot. And we are going to go to the top of the 9th inning. Otto Kemp, Max Kepler, and Wes Wilson will come on up for the Phillies. And man, you probably would think to yourself, they got to score here. So Robertson does get allowed the 2 runs. The 2 earned runs do go to him. Again, Ohtani homered, hit a solo shot, and Alex Call hit the sac fly. Call was facing, at the time, Tanner Banks. What a thrower of a ball game, baby. We're at 193 likes. 7 more till we get to 2 under. Come on, chat. I can feel it. I think we're going to pass. I do. I think that we'll pass. 6 more. Let's go. Drop those Phillies emotes, baby. If you love baseball, hit the thumbs up button. If you feel my vibe, hit the thumbs up button. Let's go. Let's go. 4 more, baby. 4 more. Let's go. Casey's here. What is up, Casey? Casey, I saw you last night. So good to see you on here. Gino is here. Gino and Joseph, how are you? Says, hey, JJ, how are you, my friend? I need to have more faith in our Phils. I stopped watching after the 5th to do some work. Why didn't I stay for the 6th, says Steven. I don't know, man. But hopefully you're doing well, my friend, and hopefully that the hernia is healing. You know, I've been saying my prayers. I have. I don't forget about these things, guys. I don't forget about these things. JJ is pulling a doctor. I need a doctor. Eminem. Skylar Gray, anybody? Blake Trinan is going to go out there to pitch in the top of the 9th inning. Otto Kemp is up at the plate. We are tied 6-6. And the first pitch to Otto Kemp is in there for strike one. So Trinan is out there on the mound. He is the 6th pitcher that the Dodgers have gone to in this game. Kemp 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout as well. And he fouls the 0-1 pitch out of play. Trinan's ERA is at a 3.68 on the season. He's been in the big league since 2014. Former National and Athletic. He's been with the Dodgers since 2020. The ball's 2 strikes. And here's the 0-2 on the way. And there's a ground ball hit over to third base. And the throw over to first is in time. Good play there by Kike Hernandez. This is the highest ERA that Trinan has had in 3 years. He had a 1.99 ERA in 2021. Now, granted, he only played in 5 games in 2022. But last year in 50, he had a 1.93 ERA. 1 out. And the pitch to Kepler, and there's a fly ball hit out over towards the left field line. It's a foul ball, though. It did bounce, and it went out of play. Alrighty. We got the 2-1. Let's go! Thank you. Thank you all so much. I love my Philly freaks. Love you all so much, man. Good stuff. Kepler had a solo homer in the top of the 6th. The ball is 1 strike to Max Kepler. And the 0-1, and he pops it up. It's hit out over towards the left side of the mound. Hernandez calls off Trinan, and he'll make the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. All right. So 2 up, 2 down. Duran is warming up, and he will pitch in the bottom of the 9th inning, regardless if it's a tie game or not. And Wes Wilson is coming up for the Phillies. He's 0 for 2, and he takes down and away for a ball. One ball, no strikes to Wes Wilson, and the pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over towards left field. That's going back, and that's going to hit off the wall. And so Wes Wilson is going to cruise on over to second base, and he gets on with a 2-out double. It was a little bit higher. I think it would have went out. It actually bounced just on the track. It would have had to go a couple more feet, but with the way that it looked on the swing, it was a pretty good swing by Wes Wilson regardless, and he is now in scoring position. Bring him in. That's his 3rd double of the season. Time to reel him in. Mark Pryor is going out there to talk to Trinan. So we caught the fish, now we gotta reel it in. Let's go. Let's go, man. And now Bryson Stott is coming up to the plate. Andrew says I just subbed. Let's go. All right, so Stott is gonna come on up. Now, I would think that you would probably say to yourself, get JT to pinch hit for Rafael Marchand. They will not walk Stott. Interesting. And the pitch is taken outside. Huh. 1 ball, no strikes. To Bryson Stott. Wow. 1 ball, no strikes. And here's the 1-0 pitch to Bryson, and that's up high for ball 2. So the count is 2-0. All right. Charge! 2-0 pitch to Stott, and that's down for ball 3. This could just be an intentional walk here. And they will put up 4 fingers. And so they will now put Stott over at first. And Rafael Marchand is coming up to the plate. Come on, Rafi. He's 0 for 3 tonight. I'm just wondering, what does Garrett Stubbs do? You know, that if Stubbs wasn't up, I could kind of understand, but trying to win the game here. 2 outs, top of the 9th. Marchand is up, batting on the left side. Marchand's actually 1 for 3, excuse me. And the pitch that he takes is down and in for ball 1. He did score a run. Back in the 6th. 1 ball, no strikes. Trinan comes set and deals, and the next pitch is down and in for ball 2. Two balls, no strikes to Rafael Marchand. Trinan gets set at the letters, or at the belt that is. He kicks, he deals, and a strike is thrown at 96 on the gun. 6 runs, 7 hits for Philadelphia. 6 runs and 10 hits for LA. The 2-1 delivery outside for ball 3. I don't know about you guys, but I'm taking. Bader is up next. Got to be smart here. 3-1 pitch to Marchand. Swinging a fly ball hit out over to right field, and that is gone! Oh, baby! It just left! It went out to right, and it bounced over the top of the wall. Rafael Marchand with the hit of his career. And the Dodgers fans are silenced here in the top of the 9th. Oh my gosh. If it was a little bit more towards the left, it would have just been a double. Harrison Bader is up. No balls, 1 strike, and the pitch is down for a ball. I think I might need new glasses, guys. I do. I think I might need new glasses. That is insane. One ball, 1 strike. And here's the pitch, and that's taken for ball 2. Rafael Marchand just hit a 3-run homer that bounced off the top of the wall, and it skipped over, and it went out of here into the second row, out on that short fence. The 2-1 to Bader. There's a fly ball hit out to left field. That's caught for out number 3, and we're going to the bottom of the 9th inning. The Phillies are up by 3 runs, 9-6. What a game, and what a swing by Rafael Marchand. Wow, that is insane. I was surprised that they did not intentionally walk Bryson Stott, and then after Trinan fell behind in the count, he did decide to do it, and Rafael Marchand, out of all people, stepped up and delivered. Are you kidding me? The bottom of the order is just doing it again. Unbelievable. Insane. All right, we're going to the bottom of the 9th inning. That is unbelievable. Wow. Don't swing a junk. And I even said on the next pitch I'm taking. Man, shout out to Marchand. Seriously. You can't make this up. Oh, man. You can't make this up, man. That last charge did it. Still got energy at 1 a.m. Let's go, Sean. Let's go, man. We needed that. Yeah. We shattered those 200 likes. Let's keep going, man. All right, we still got 3 outs left. Bring out the tarantulas. Bring them out. The spiders coming in. It still ain't done. Let's go, Chad. Let's go. Yep. Bring them out. Bring out the spiders. Let's go. You did say that. I saw it. I just saw it when you were down in Rafi. I told you I have faith. I told you have faith, man. Again, Jack, thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much, Jack. All right, let's focus. Bottom of the 9th here. Muncy is up, and the first pitch is up high for ball 1. Duran behind in the count, 1-0. Muncy is pinch hitting. The tarantula is out there. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Ground ball hit over towards the right side. Wilson has it, throws it over to first. That's in time. 1 gone in the bottom of the 9th. Wow. Guys, 8-6 was my final score prediction. 8-6. I wrote it down. Duran, by the way, his ERA is at a 1.91. He has 30 saves on the season in 32 opportunities. 36 opportunities, excuse me. He's 15 for 17 as a Philadelphia Philly in saves. No balls, 1 strike. Dalton Rushing is up at the plate now. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 0-1 is up high for ball 1. Ohtani waits in the on-deck circle. It's also huge that homer was hit because Ohtani has a lot of success against Duran. The 1-1, and that is taken on the outside corner for strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-2 pitch, a foul ball right behind the screen. Keep those likes a-coming. Let's get to 250. Rushing batting just a $190 on the season. He's batting on the left side. Has 3 homers, 21 RBI, and 12 runs scored in 121 at-bats. The 1-2 pitch, a high bouncer, hit over to second base. Wilson has it, throws it over to first. There's out number 2. Ohtani had a no-hitter and was having a great game, also homered. He carried the Dodgers when he was out there, and he did as much as he could. But his team is down by 3, 1 ball, no strikes to Shohei Ohtani as the first pitch was down for a ball. He's 2 for 4 with a single and a solo homer at the plate. The 1-0, that's high for ball 2. The 2-0 pitch up high for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Duran with 10 pitches. The 3-0 pitch from Duran, and that is a splitter that catches the outer corner for strike 1. The 3-1 pitch on the way. Swinging a ground ball off the glove of Duran. He gets to it, though, and he throws it on over to first, and the ball game is over. Another win for the Philadelphia Phillies. They come back. They cut the magic number down to 4 to clinch the bye. And that's their 5th straight series win against the Dodgers, and they do it at Dodger Stadium. Ring the bell, the Philadelphia Phillies win. Let's go, Chat. Let's go. Let's go. Wow. Yes. Oh my gosh. Chat. That game was something. Dodgers fans are leaving tonight stunned. Dodgers fans are going home tonight really upset at their manager and at their ball club because guess what? On a night where the Phillies celebrated last night and just looked absolutely lifeless with Shohei Ohtani on the mound, their manager sticks to his game plan, as Jack says. He's right. Sticks to his game plan and coughs up a loss because the Phillies capitalized. And he made a huge mistake. And the Phillies took advantage. And it wasn't even pretty because in that 8th inning, David Robertson and Tanner Banks couldn't really do their job. More so on David Robertson because Robertson had the traffic on the bases and left Tanner Banks in not such a good spot there. But regardless, the bottom of the lineup again stepped up when it mattered the most. I said it on the call. That was Rafael Marchand's biggest swing of his career. No doubt about it. That was huge. Think about his journey. Think about him just being the backup catcher for the Phillies. For him to have a swing like that in a big-time moment, oh, that's absolutely big. And they found a way, after being down in this game 4-0, to crawl back in it. And even when the bullpen did give up the lead, they didn't let themselves down. Right now, they're playing with swagger. Again, how many times do I have to say this? They have earned, with how they are playing right now, you got to have confidence in them with how they're playing on a night-to-night basis. I'm not telling you that they're going to go out there and win a World Series, but they are playing an incredible brand of baseball right now, and they are taking advantage of the mistakes that are being thrown at from their opponents. They capitalize, and it's awesome. Not a good start, but it's not about how you start. It's about how do you finish those 9 innings. You got to play all 27 outs, and they're doing that. You take the first 2 games against the Dodgers. You know how huge that is? I stand by what I said. I said that I expect a sweep. I expect a sweep at Dodger Stadium because I see what they're doing right now. It's special. 1,000% special. We'll be on for a post-game show, and again, you guys can call on into the show. 610-314-0844 is how you get a hold of the play-by-play with JJ hotline. We'll do our opening monologue, and we'll talk more about this team, and then we'll get you guys to come on here. You can also, if you guys do have to go to bed, you can leave me a voicemail message or a text message too. But just another gutsy win by the Phillies. Another big win. And they're doing it in different ways. MVP of the game, I know it's like fresh off of our heads right now, but to me it's, well, you'll find out. You'll find out as we go to a little break. I'll be right back. I want to hear your thoughts. Who do you think I'm going to say is the MVP for tonight's game? I don't know. You'll have to wait and see. Maybe it's not who I think it is. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
Shota swung on, barreled out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Hi everyone, hopefully you're all doing well. For those of you who haven't heard, I'm hosting my very first charity stream on September 18th and September 19th to support the Familial Dysautonomia Foundation in honor of my brother Mitchell, who passed away from this disorder 5 years ago. So how the schedule is going to work is like this. On the very first day, we're going to be streaming for 15 hours. During the first 3 hours, I'll be talking about familial dysautonomia, sharing stories about my brother and what he dealt with on a day-to-day basis, and just raise as much awareness as we possibly can. Then during the next 12 hours, we got MLB Diamond Zone, and we will be on doing our regular Diamond Zone stream. For those of you that don't know, MLB Diamond Zone is something that I came up with, and basically it's like NFL Red Zone, but it's for baseball. On the very next day, we'll do Diamond Zone again. That'll be from 6 o'clock up until 9:30, and then we got the Phillies game. They play at 9:40. They're taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. So in short, we're going to be on for 22 hours. No ads will be played during those 22 hours. I am aiming to raise $500 during those hours of streaming. Again, no pressure to donate, but if you can, every little bit does help. If you could just spread the word, share the post that I posted on my community tab, I would really appreciate that. I'm just looking forward to making a difference together with you guys and doing this in honor of my brother Mitchell. I think he'd be really proud, and I'm really excited about this. Let's do some good.
Remarkable. 6 series wins in a row for the Philadelphia Phillies. 6 in a row. And again, they're doing this against teams that are in the hunt for the playoffs. And not only are they in the hunt, but some of them already have playoff spots, and they are just finding ways to go out there and get the W. It doesn't matter what the deficit is. It doesn't matter what is going on in the game. They just have that swag. They have the confidence. I'm having so much fun watching Phillies baseball right now. It's not even funny. I had to literally take my glasses off in that 9th inning, rub my eyes, because I did not even believe what I just saw from Rafael Marchand. This guy hits you a go-ahead 3-run home run in the 9th inning. Otto Kemp hits you a 2-run homer the other night to cut the deficit to 2 against the Mets. Marsh hits a go-ahead 3-run home run in the top of the 6th inning. Guys are stepping up. Stott is coming through. Kepler, Wes Wilson the other day hits a home run. Like, are you kidding me? Unreal. And guess what? Dave Roberts shot himself in the foot once again. He did. And past Phillies teams could never capitalize on mistakes that were being thrown at them. That guy made a huge mistake. And even when the Phillies were leaking oil, my favorite moment in that ninth inning was that double that was hit again by Wes Wilson. Their bottom of the lineup was coming through. Their bottom of the lineup was producing. And then your bottom of the lineup, from like the sixth inning on, stepped the hell up. Bryce had a nice swing. That 2-run double was big. Again, though, he gets a hanger, and to his credit, he drills it out to right. He does his thing. I love how this team is playing. I can't emphasize that enough. I don't know how long this is going to last, but I'm just so happy. I want more, just like everybody else does, but I have to live in the moment and just embrace what they are doing right now. This is a team that's putting up a lot of runs offensively, and they're finding ways to win. Cristopher Sanchez tonight, had a couple of he had one bad inning. He had a couple of bad pitches, too, in that fifth inning, and he allowed that sacrifice. That was in the fourth inning. But he wasn't even his sharpest tonight. He had a 4-0 deficit, and you gave him a chance to win the game. How many times this year have we screamed and shouted for run support for our starting pitchers? I can't even count on my fingers. Even if you gave me 3 sets of hands, I don't even think that would even work. I think that you'd have to get like 5 sets of hands. Because there have been a lot of times where that's happened. If you're Shohei Ohtani, you're probably screaming at Dave Roberts right now. You're probably kicking the benches because you are so angry. You had a homer in this game. You went 2 for 5, and you had a no-hitter through 5 innings. The guy only had 68 pitches. 68 pitches. And again, this Phillies team was celebrating a win last night. And guess what? I said last night, you got to go out there and show up today. Party tonight, get the job done tomorrow. And people were getting jittery. People were like, I don't know. This team has come out flat. They got the win. They put up 9 runs. They put up 9 runs in 4 innings. That'll work. 9 runs and 8 hits through 4 innings. Runners in scoring position, they are delivering on so many cylinders. It's awesome. Sanchez, 7 hits, 7 innings, 4 earned runs, 6 strikeouts. And Rob tried to squeeze the lemon out of him. I'll get to Rob in a second. And I'll talk about the moves that I didn't like. But just what stands in my mind is Rafael Marchan's swing. I didn't want Marchand up in that spot. I got to eat crow. Rafael Marchand said, F you. Watch this. Watch this. I'm going to hit one that's going to bounce right on the top of the wall, and it's going to skip into the 3rd row. Take that, JJ. Good for you, man. Really. Really. But yeah. Can we just go back to that 6th inning really quickly, by the way? Because, Ohtani, I'll give him credit where credit is due. Ohtani was pitching really well. Ohtani actually looked like he was pitching a gem. And it wasn't like the Phillies were having terrible, abysmal at bats where they were chasing everything. No, he was locating the curveball and the fastball and every pitch. Like a lot of the spots that he was hitting, like he was hitting. And he looked really sharp out there on the mound. But I want to go back to the 6th inning. So they bring in Robleski. Gets stopped to ground out. Marchand comes up to the plate, and Rafael Marchand actually is the one who got on with the single. He hit it on the ground. It went out to right field, and he got on that way. And then Bader gets to come on up, and he takes advantage of a cutter out over the middle of the plate. You can't leave a cutter right down Broad Street to Bader. Bader didn't even want to smash it. He said, I'm just gonna hit it hard, and I'll just hit it out to left field. I'm not looking to swing for the fences there. And then Schwarber singled after being ahead in the count 3-0. So clearly this guy that's out there, by the way, looks fatigued. And Robleski is like one of their... He's a good pitcher for them. He is. He's a guy that tends to go 2 innings for them and does his job. But clearly he's not in sync. He's not. He's not in sync. And the Phillies recognize that, and they take advantage. So Robleski, instead of just walking Kyle Schwarber, throws a sinker down the middle on a 3-1 pitch. And he hit it out to left field again, not looking for a home run there. And then Harper takes advantage of a hanging slider right at the knees. Like, these aren't even long at bats. 1 pitch to Bryce Harper. 2 pitches to Harrison Bader. 5 pitches to Rafael Marchand, but 3 to stop. The Phillies are just taking advantage of mistakes that are just being thrown. They weren't really even working up long at-bats. 5 pitches to Kyle Schwarber. This guy's leaking oil. And then Marsh. Marsh is down in the count 0-2. Did you expect Brandon Marsh to homer on an 0-2 pitch? This guy's trying to get a slider to break. Rortvedt wanted it down over the plate. That thing was hanging like it was hangman. And Brandon Marsh said, "Put that one on my wall. I got this. Let's take that lead." And he did. And then Kepler homered after Otto Kemp flied out the center. I thought maybe he would come up and do some damage too. But yes, they are taking advantage of bad pitching and bad management moves. And a 4-0 hole is not something to just shoo away. We complained that they didn't find another way to score in the 7th and even a little bit in the 8th inning. Marsh did line into that double play. That was unfortunate. Schwarber was trying to swipe second base, and I can understand that he's trying to get another run there. I get that. I understand. I actually didn't really blame him for going there. They tried to perform a hit and run, I guess, is like what they really tried to do. And Schwarber... Nobody expects Kyle Schwarber to steal. But Marsh hit a bullet over to first, and it was just right at Freddie Freeman. I wasn't upset about that play at all whatsoever. I was not even mad. And then what? Robertson comes on in for the bottom of the 8th inning. Strahm was not available tonight. For whatever it was. Again, I haven't checked this game log. I know he pitched last night. But he was not available tonight. They put in Robertson. Didn't work. And as soon as the 3-batter rule was done, to Rob's credit, he took Tanner Banks, or he took David Robertson out of the game. Shouldn't have had him in there, in my opinion, to begin with. I think Tanner Banks should have started off the inning because Ohtani's a lefty. And not only is Ohtani a lefty, but Tanner Banks has done a better job in that type of a spot. It sucks that you don't have Alvarado, because that, to me, would have been more of an ideal spot for Alvarado to come on in. But Tanner Banks is your second best. It's not Miza. I would have went to Banks at that moment in time. And again, you got to face the three batters. But regardless, they tie it up 6-6 on the sac fly by Alex Call. And the Phillies responded. 2 outs, top of the ninth. Wes Wilson. I'm starting to wonder if he should even be on the playoff roster. Because that's what he's doing. There's no Alec Boehm. There's no Trey Turner. You're not even with Edmundo Sosa. Now, Wes Wilson in the infield has not been doing a lot of good for you defensively. He just hasn't. Made a bad play in the first. But, man, it's just awesome. Wilson had that double out to left. I thought maybe that was going to go. I thought he had one in him. And then they walk Stott. And Marchand, 5-pitch at bat. The cutter that he hit was on the inside corner at the knees. And it just had enough height. And just barely had enough distance to go out. You can't make this up. You just can't. 610-314-0844 is how you calling into the show. I can't explain this. I can't explain this. I feel like that we're having outer body experiences watching this team. And again, for those of you that don't agree, you can come on and you can come talk to me. Again, do I have concerns? Absolutely I do. But I can't help but live in the present with what they're doing now and what they've been doing ever since they got swept by the Mets. And actually, somebody on the radio said that besides the Mets series, like this, you could argue that this really started when they played against the Seattle Mariners. And I could buy that because they did put up a lot of runs in that series against Seattle. And we all know that Kyle Schwarber outdueled Cal Raleigh. But yeah. I don't know. I love what I'm seeing from this team. Attack the holes and make sure that you go out there and do your job, and that's what they're doing. All right. I think that's it for my babbling. Oh, wait. One other thing, and then I promise I will open it up to you guys. My MVP. You've all been waiting for this. It's Rafael Marchand. Another team win, though. I can understand people saying Brandon Marsh. I could even understand Cristopher Sanchez to an extent. Because besides those two, the one bad inning and the one inning where he had a couple of hiccups, again, he did good. But he got the run support. But Rafael Marchand, that swing was just, it was honestly, it's going to go down as like one of the best moments of the summer for the Phillies. Really. Because if the Dodgers are tied up in the bottom of the ninth, I think it's safe to say that the Dodgers have a high chance of winning that game. You know? Marchand put that game away. Prove me wrong. Love it. All right, 610-314-0844 is how you calling into the show. All right, and we are now going to go on over to the phones. Call on in. We will take this off really quickly. Where is it? There it is. All right, calling in if you want, and I will get you guys on here. All right, let's take a phone call. What is going on, my friend? What a ball game. What a win. Another one.
Wow. I agree. Like, this was absolutely insane. I mean, I figured they were going to come back at the top of the sixth inning, but putting up 6 runs, you were down by literally 4. I mean, I'm surprised he did the same thing with the Mets, but that's insane.
I don't get it. I don't know why this wasn't being shown like during the earlier stages of the season, but it's here. It's here. And again, like, no, I have to keep emphasizing this. Is Trey Turner in that lineup? No. Is Alec Bowman in that lineup? No. Is Edmundo Sosa in that lineup? No. We're talking about guys like Wes Wilson, Rafael Marchand, and Bryson Stott, and Brandon Marsh, and Harrison Bader.
Let's talk about Marchand for a second. Did anybody expect him to get a 3-run home run during that inning?
I got an answer for you. You ready for this?
Yep.
I played the buzzer. I played the incorrect buzzer. That's what I played. I played that. I don't know if you could hear it or not.
No, I heard it for sure.
But yeah, that was pretty insane. That was.
That was a very clutch moment for him. So
for sure.
I'm proud of him for doing that.
And Cool J, what did I say last night? You said it on the phone. You reiterated my words. What did I say about celebrating last night? What did I say that had to be done today?
And I'll say it once again. You party today, but get right back at it tomorrow.
That's right.
And win the game. And that's exactly what this team did. Everyone says it's going to be a hangover game. They weren't going to try and, go out of runs, but no, they actually brought a lot of fight, and I love to see that.
Absolutely. 1,000%, man. All right, I got to keep the line moving, but Cool J, you're the man. All right, go Phillies. Get that sweep tomorrow, baby.
Get that sweep tomorrow. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. All right, call on in if you guys want to. I'm going to be reading some more messages. I don't know. I feel like last night I had a lot in me, like during the postgame show, and tonight I just feel like I just feel like everything that I've been saying has just been already said. I expect nothing less than a sweep. I said that during the very beginning of the series. I put my stamp on it. But yeah. They got to do it in the playoffs. Of course they do. Of course they do. But here's the thing. Would you rather have them, because there's been people that have complained during the season that have been really vocal, that are like, they're not doing this. They're not putting up runs. And I've been in that campaign too. They're not putting up runs. They're not coming through. Brandon Marsh not making good plays out in left field. The defense, they need a center fielder. Bryson Stott's not playing really well. And we're all frustrated. But then when we have moments like this, and I'm not just saying that it's just any particular person on the chat, but there are people that I've seen that have been on Twitter, that have even been on the radio, and maybe some in chat too, I can't lie, but that have said during this hot stretch, do it in the playoffs. I'd rather have somebody say that to me than watch the garbage that I was watching in May and in June, and even throughout some spurts of August and July. I'd rather have that. I would. I'd rather have this than that. If somebody says, that's been really critical of the team, let's just do, they got to do it in the playoffs, I take that as a positive. Because if it was the other way around, if they were playing the bad baseball that they're playing now, those people are being vocal, they're screaming, and they're shouting for Dave Dombrowski's job to be gone, Rob Thompson to go, all that type of stuff. I'll take this over that. I will. So Larry's point just reminded me of that. Oh man, I missed a call. Call back on in, man. Call back on in, and I will make sure that I get you back on. Y'all are up so late, I fed the crew. Let's go. Cassidy watched the entire game from the bench. Maybe he's our good luck charm. Maybe. Max Kepler is batting over 300 in the month of September, by the way. I mean, we've been crushing this guy. Look at where he is right now. Look at how he's playing. He's contributing. It's insane. Larry, you're a party pooper tonight. No, I don't think he's being. This team, guys, has put us through so much. Do you understand what they've put us through? Do you understand how many times they have done bad things to us? I'm not trying to be that guy, but I understand where he's coming from. I also, though, have to acknowledge what they're doing right now at this moment in time. What they're doing right now is special. It's great. This is what we've asked for. We've been banging the drum for this to happen for a while. And they're doing it. But yes. Fins Up says, what's going on, dude? Wow, what a game. These boys are on fire. Let's keep it going. We got hot at the right time. Let's keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Let's go Phillies. Let's go Phillies. I will take that. I was like, I don't think that we sweep the Dodgers. Yeah, you did. You did. What's going on, my friend? How are you? Hello? Can you hear me?
What can you say? That three-run home run in the ninth inning gave us a big edge, and to come back from 4-0 and to outmanage their manager, who should have never taken that pitcher out, but decided to do it. Hey, but we will take the win. We will sleep good tonight. And I am one of your Philly freaks forever.
Let's go, John.
Have a good one, JJ. Love you.
I love you too. I'll see you on tomorrow. Sleep and then a sweep. Sleep and then a sweep. I love that. I love that. I just made that up. I got bars tonight. I do. Just kidding. That was a great phone call, as always. Oh, man. What else do we have, chat? What else are people saying? Can't wait to see the NBC Sports highlights. Yeah, man, that was fun. I'm telling you, if you watch that Rafael Marchand homer, like, that's not a home run in a lot of ballparks. Because it just barely hit first of all, the height of it was not even that high. Like, right field out at Dodger Stadium is such a short fence. When they had... Like, it was over towards that right field corner fence. And then just a couple more inches to the left, the fence was like 2 inches higher. If it was just 1 inch to the left, that would have been a double. Would not have been a homer. And not only was it 2 inches away from being a double to the left, but that thing just got up high enough to bounce on that wall and skip over to the third row. So we got a little bit of a push. I'll take it. I'll take it anyhow, any way that they come. We're battling like contenders. We are. We did battle like contenders tonight. Runners in scoring position. I'll tell you how we did with runners in scoring position. It's a good question, JJ. The Phillies tonight with runners in scoring position. Okay. They were 4 for 4. I wish I had the stat off the back of my hand, but when was the last time the Phillies batted 1,000 with runners in scoring position? And not only batted 1,000, but they went 4 for 4. 4 for 4 with runners in scoring position, and they put up 9 runs, and they won the game. The Dodgers tonight with runners in scoring position, 1 for 3. Like, puts a smile on my face, man. You guys are funny. But yes. All right. I love you all very much. Lila Tove, everybody. Great win. Great win. And I'm going to go to bed tonight just thinking about Brandon Marsh hitting a go-ahead 3-run shot and Rafael Marchand hitting a go-ahead 3-run homer, too. Wild. Anything can happen, man. But as they're playing well, I got to embrace the highs. I have to. I've embraced the lows for so much this year. I got to give them credit where credit is due. But keep it up. Keep it up. Don't take that foot off the gas pedal. Keep going. Keep it going. All right. Lila Tove, good night. Get the sweep tomorrow. Sleep and then sweep. Gotcha.